felt this weightless. If anything, it's you that caused this. When I keep falling through my heart cracks, it's you that turns around this whole mess. I try to fight my way through darkness. If anything, it's you that stopped this. When I'm surrounded by the heartless, it's you that turns around this whole mess. Living by the wayside, distant thoughts are getting high. Head was heavy and I'm blurry-eyed. That's all I know. The pace feels fast, I'm eating. Without you here, I feel so alone. Energy still depleted. Trying to find a glimmer of hope. Will you look into my eyes and tell me it'll be alright? For my mind is in an eternal fight with stuff sometimes. I wonder where you are tonight. I wonder where you are tonight. When the demons hold us so tight, I wonder where you are tonight. Been focusing on healing my fractured soul from all the harm and pain I once concealed. But the storm has come before the calm. Will you look into my eyes and tell me it'll be alright? For my mind is in an eternal fight with stuff sometimes. but don't allow them to. Don't allow them to break you. You're amazing the way you are. I can see those tears are falling, but don't allow them to. Don't allow them to. Don't allow them to break you. You're amazing the way you are. I can see those tears are falling, but don't allow them to.
You know I've never felt this weightless. If anything, it's you that caused this. When I keep falling through my heart cracks, it's you that turns around this whole mess. I try to fight my way through darkness. If anything, it's you that stopped this. When I'm surrounded by the heartless, it's you that turns around this whole mess.
but don't allow them to. Don't allow them to break you. You're amazing the way you are. I can see those tears are falling, but don't allow them to. I can see those tears falling, but don't allow them to. Don't allow them to break you. You're amazing the way you are. I can see those tears are falling, but don't allow them to.
Welcome back, you filthy Valorant casuals, to Season 2 of the Collegiate Valorant League, hosted by the Gamers EDU, hosted by me. I am your part-time host slash full-time boosted Iron Ring player, Queen V. As always, we have 3 stacked matches lined up for you guys tonight. Tonight's first match starting off with Georgia Tech versus DH Cardinal. But before we get into it and to the good old-fashioned Valorant butt kicking, I wanted to welcome all of you guys, all of the new teams either into or back into our league. We've built the CVL community because there needs to be more spaces in the gaming community that prioritize mental health, and we are so happy to be that for you. We're happy that you guys are joining our community. Whether you're new or you're old, we are happy to have you. And speaking of our community, I did want to give just a big old TY to our sponsors. Thank you, HyperX, for outfitting the hosts and the casters in our cute little headsets, for making us look like a bunch of cuties while also hearing spectacularly well. Thank you, MSI, who not only covered the CVL prize pool, but who will be raffling off a few backpacks and a brand spanking new laptop during the CVL finals. So make sure you keep your eyes peeped for that one. And thank you, Radiance.gg. They are currently in the process of developing stats tracking software for Valorant players, making it even easier to keep tabs on all of your favorite CVL teams. All of you guys, all of you sponsors, along with our other sponsors, are helping to make all of this happen. And so we are so excited to kick off Season 2 of the CVL with you guys aboard. And if you guys in chat are interested in any of the things that I mentioned, make sure you check out our sponsors. We have links in the panels below, along with our Discord, our Twitter, and our Instagram. We post highlight reels along with updates on when your favorite teams are playing. And believe me, this season is going to last a period of 3 months, so your favorite teams are going to be playing a lot. So make sure you hit that follow button. And now I am super excited to pass the invisible mic over to your casting duo for the evening, Eli the Curry and the OG Bent. But before I do, here is a quick teensy little commercial break and a brief message from your sponsors. I will see you guys in chat. Bye!
From all the harm and pain I once could see there, but the storm has come before the calm. When you look into my eyes and tell me it'll be alright, for my mind is in an eternal fight with itself sometimes.
You know I've never felt this weightless. If anything, it's you that caused this. When I keep falling through my heart cracks, it's you that turns around this whole mess. I try to fight my way through darkness. If anything, it's you that stopped this. When I'm surrounded by the heartless, it's you that turns around this whole mess.
Living by the wayside, distant thoughts are getting high. Head was heavy and I'm blurry-eyed. That's all I know. The pace feels fast. I'm eating without you here. I feel so alone. Energy still depleted. Trying to find a glimmer of hope. Will you look into my eyes and tell me it'll be alright? For my mind is in an eternal fight with stuff sometimes. Been focusing on healing my fractured soul from all the harm and pain I once concealed. But the storm has come before the calm. Will you look into my eyes and tell me it'll be alright? For my mind is in an eternal fight with itself sometimes. I wonder where you are tonight. I wonder where you are tonight. When the demons hold us so tight. I wonder where you are tonight.
Welcome everyone to another night of collegiate Valorant action here at the Gamers EDU. I am Eli the Curry, joined by
the OG vet. I thought you were gonna say Curly. Were you gonna go say Curly?
I was definitely not about to say my name. It was really weird. I don't know what I was about to say, but it wasn't actually Eli the Curry. Maybe I was gonna say I am Eli the HyperX representative, as I am rocking a pair of these wonderful HyperX headphones. Shout outs to HyperX, our sponsor for the evening, as well as our partners over at Radiant.gg, CVL, as well as the California State Esports Alliance. I want to thank all of our wonderful partners who have joined together and enabled us to bring to you a season chock full of collegiate Valorant action. This is a bigger, badder, more impressive, more destructive, more bloodthirsty, more aggressive.
See all the
Valorant.
blood. See all the blood.
Everything turned up here for season number 2. I'm very excited. This is going to be our first match of the season, casting together, and we are going to be having a known quantity, a team we've seen quite a few times here, California State University, Dominguez Hills, and they're going up against a new team to the Collegiate Valorant League, the University of Houston. So we are going to be getting into that very, very shortly, as the two teams have decided upon a map. It appears that we are going to be going to Haven, and it looks like California State Dominguez Hills will be taking the attacking side, where the University of Houston will begin as the defenders.
Yes.
Whoops.
I was like, wait, Houston. I
You
know
should have interrupted me.
We're
You
doing
should have interrupted
Houston,
me, man.
we're
Why
doing
did you let me
Houston
do
later.
this?
I was just like, hold on. My brain was even like, I know we're doing Houston later, but I think it's Georgia.
Come on, man. I
But-
couldn't remember my own name. You think I was going to remember the name of the schools?
I don't know, man. I thought you might be able to just somewhere in that crazy brain just find it and connect it with the whole things. But yes, we are going Georgia Tech and Dominguez Hills from
Just
California.
booped it. There you go,
So,
Georgia Tech.
There you go. There you go. So that's why you got to get the headset so you can hear them better, especially when the mothership's like, hey, Eli, you just kind of, you didn't do that one very well.
That's right. If you got the headsets on, you can hear me expose myself in 4K resolution.
If 4K's for screen, though, I mean, unless they have 4K audio now, I have no idea.
Man, I'm memeing, man. I'm doing my best. I'm just trying to recover. We're just trying to figure it out and get it all situated.
Hey, it's all good. It's all good. I mean, I'm probably going to be tripping over myself anyways. So as we're trying to get, as you said, Haven, a great map indeed. It's a great map. I love to play in Haven. I cannot stand Icebox. Icebox being one of the worst maps I think to play on ever created. I mean, that's just me, though. But anyways, yes.
It's all right, man. We are only going to be seeing, for the reminder, if you're used to the weekend series, which are the finals are best 2 out of 3, this will not be the case. Regular season matches for the CVL are only one map, so it will be the first to 13 rounds or first to 2 overtime. In the case of overtime. And then that will be all for the match between the teams this week. So once we begin, we will be getting straight into it. We talked about this a little bit earlier, Ben. Neither you or I, if I recall correctly, have actually seen Georgia Tech play. Is that right?
Yeah, I've not seen them play. I mean, we've seen Dominguez Hills, especially in last season and this now coming back in this season. It's good to see them back. They made it into the CVL after playing weekend after weekend. I can't remember which weekend they got in at, but I remember they got their invitation, so that's always good. I know with Dominguez Hills, they do bring a really good amount of skills and strategies to the playing field. So I want to see how Georgia Tech is going to be able to what's the word? Reverse card, Uno reverse card their strategies and stuff. It's the best thing I can think of right now. Right. I want to be able to see that, how, because we've seen Dominguez Hills play, but we've seen how they know how to be aggressive, they know how to defend. I want to know how Georgia Tech's going to be able to go against that.
Absolutely. As we get into this, as we mentioned, we are on Haven, and now we get our first chance to see which agents each team will be selecting. From Georgia Tech's side, it does look like they are loading out a relatively standard set, although neither team is fully locked in here. But if things do go to what we're looking at from Georgia Tech's side over there on the defenders, Killjoy, Sova, Omen, Phoenix, and Jet. Would not at all be surprised to see them run that. It's a very well-balanced, coordinated team. You've, of course, got Killjoy and Sova, as well as Omen, some very, very useful utility agents, occupy a lot of space, even where they're not physically present, get a lot of information. And then Phoenix and Jet are just really good at killing people, which is a useful skill to have in a game like Valorant.
Yes, and we are seeing, like you said, a good setup of a team. It's pretty... what's it called? I guess it's pretty, this is what we expect to see. Just, the with what characters we have available right now. And of course, as this game matures and stuff, we'll see more characters and all that. So I'm ready to see some good cyber cages and, where to throw that. Playing this game more and more now, it's giving me more of a respect for this game and understanding where the angles are at and all that. I am horrible at this game. If anyone has watched my previous plays, yes, I do the highlight reels and I make myself look good, but don't come through what I'm actually playing.
That is 1 clip per 4-hour stream. That is a low rate of return. On the other end, we have the Dominguez Hills team. They're going to be running Sova, Phoenix, Omen, Raze, and Cypher. So a difference in initiating agents between the teams. Dominguez Hills will be running Raze. Did you see Shan there? Or Sean, I'm sorry. I do have the correct pronunciation of that now. There's actually Sean.
So it is Sean, not Shane.
Yeah, good. It is Sean.
Did you see Sean already taking out... Oh, that was not Sean. Never mind. That was Baby taking out Kowalski as Mardo gets gone beret. Already having a strong
start for
strong
Dominguez
start.
Hills.
Very strong start, indeed.
Spike planted.
Sean now get the plant. You see Dark and Matter here will step forward into heaven.
Shadows traveling.
Shadows out here gonna set up a little bit of utility here. Try to make some room for their teammates. We see Dark and Matter gets that kill on Baby. That'll even up the advantage here. As Bad Dog gets a kill before Martel is able to trade him out.
One enemy remaining.
And just like that, getting those headshots back to back with Dark Matter now going in for the last kill.
There it is, Dark and Matter with 3 kills and the defuse. A great start for them here.
The spike is
As the pistol round is now won here by Georgia Tech. Dark and Matter with a great start. 3K, really saving that round with some clutch shooting.
Very, very, very good shooting. Of course, I mean that's something I've gained more of a respect for is the shooting. I thought, you know, coming from Call of Duty, being able just to come into this game and be like, yeah, I got this, and then turns out I don't got this, and it made me feel bad. So, yeah, shooting's a lot harder than I thought it would be in this game.
Well, you know how it goes. Sometimes you got to tag before you dink. You know, you got to just learn to work your way up and get yourself accustomed to the aim things. That's why we're partnered with Aim Labs, so people can practice and get themselves used to taking shots. As we see Dark and Matter getting another kill to begin with. There's Riley falling. Sean falls right after the Marto. Grover takes out Baby, and just like that, round number 2 looking very unlikely here for Dominguez Hills.
Player standing.
They were at an eco disadvantage. Of course, you don't win round number 1, you will have less money than the team that did win. And money means power in a game like Valorant, where you do have to buy your weapons and abilities every round. So, unsurprising to see Georgia Tech take that lead, but some really dangerous shooting there out of Dark and Matter. Gets the first kill of that round, and really just the rest of Georgia Tech following in around Dark and Matter and playing very well.
It's cool to see that that's just what I was talking about before. Georgia Tech being a new school, and as of last season, we have seen Dominguez Hills. It's cool to see these different skills and different plays, different angles being held, and all that from Georgia Tech. And it seems it is paying off that they already taken 2 rounds. We are seeing Ox now going in with the Spectre, getting 1, blocking visuals again, possibly escaping maybe with his life, but before getting that second kill.
But there's Sean.
Sean taking out 2 as Ox did try to run away.
It was well done there by Sean, who gets their 3rd kill of the round. They're looking really strong here. As we do have the plant down, now it's up to Marto and Dark and Matter to find something here, but Sean doing an incredible job there.
And you saw Marto get those couple of shots off, and I'm surprised no one, whoever died first,
remaining.
the Sova didn't turn around.
Took all that damage, and now Dark and Matter takes out Sean, and this is a 2v1. What once was a 5v2 here has now been evened out, and Dark and Matter with another 3K, and Georgia Tech is going to win their 3rd straight rounds after they were not looking good at all to begin that 3rd round, but goes to show what can happen when you have a clutch shooter like that. Dark and Matter with 7 kills in 3 rounds. That is one of the hottest starts you'll see. And you mentioned something, Bent, relating to other play styles and different philosophies. You noticed Ox took a really aggressive defensive position at the beginning of that round. Was pushed up very close in the wine cellar, got some shots off, and then was able to escape before Sean picked them off at the end when they got back into A. But you wonder how much of that is happening here for Dominguez Hills as they're seeing perhaps positions and formations that they're not used to seeing.
And you know that's what I've thought about too. Is we see a lot of these teams play each other, or, you know, especially closer schools. They play each other a lot, so they get used to what they know. And then when you go into something you don't know and you don't know how to go against it, that's when the game can really change for yourself.
Now we see here Sean with the boom butch here trying to clear some room, as it is another A site push here for Dominguez Hills. They have been exclusively A site here to begin with on this attacking half. A reminder, each team will take turns attacking and defending. As Grover gets a kill there on Riley with the shock dart. That's unfortunate.
And good angles on that, getting the opens. Dark Matter again leading with the kills being the top fragger of the match. And look at Ox already starting off with a headshot into this. And just as we're trying to report what's going on in the game, game's already over. Practically flawless. A 4-0.
Yeah.
And 4-0.
Beautiful shooting there again from Georgia Tech. They are looking quite ready and able to begin the season at a high point, as we see now. Once again, Dominguez Hills will be able to load up here. Thanks to the loss bonus, maxing out, or not, yeah, getting close to max out here. They had a kind of a semi-buy a couple rounds ago. Now they're able to get themselves kitted up again. So with rifles on rifles, you expect Dominguez Hills to be able to put up a much better fight than they have been in a couple of rounds, but
And
it
something
is,
I want to point out though too is Riley being on that Odin. I love it when Riley's on the Odin. Just starts mowing through walls. But Dark Matter already taking out Sean. Grover trying to get the wall bangs through mid window.
that is Sarge, but there's Baby doing a great job there, trading it out and evening up the count here. 4 agents to 4, and this is nice for Dominguez Hills. They have not committed to a push. As Bad Dog there busts up the Phoenix ult. There's a fight over it with Ox, and Bad Dog wins it. That's an advantage now for Dominguez Hills. But the question is, what are they going to do with that agent advantage? How are they going to try to swing this momentum into a site infiltration and a plant? We see Riley moving over towards site number C. Bad Dog teleporting in, looking to lay down covering fire as we see the entry.
And already Dark Matter getting taken down. He did have 16 health, so it's kind of a hard play for himself. We do have 2 left against 4. So have to see how Marto and the Killjoy do take the site back.
And that was the first time Dark Matter has fallen in this match thus far. You know, a clutch member of the Georgia Tech team not here to help for this retake. Kwansky gonna go ahead and get a kill there on Bad Dog. And they're in a great position to rotate around here once that flame wall goes down. But
yes, Riley. Was it Riley or?
No, that was Baby.
It looked like Riley was just spraying through, but Baby able to get that shot off. It looked just perfectly. I don't even know if he saw him, or he was spraying. Whatever, spraying and playing.
I think they may have set off maybe one of BT's tripwires or something like that. I think BT, the Cypher, may have given that information because that was through the flame wall and it was a headshot. So I would presume Baby actually got from a teammate to set that shot up. And it looked good there as the Dominguez Hills gets their first round of the match. We now see Ox is going to go ahead and purchase that operator. So the true firepower is now loading up, and it is going to be a very short C-site push here as we see Sean try to go in.
Marto getting almost 3. And just like that, we have 1 left.
There's the report.
You know, Georgia's like, we know we lost 1 round. We're going to take that back real quick. Run it back real quick, and they got it.
They were ready for that C-site push. Sean tried to get in and break through, get that Raze ultimate up, maybe do some damage, but was not ready for the position that was taken. Marto and Dark Matter combining to take 3 kills in that push, really breaking that attack. And then, you know, when an operator just clicks the button and then somebody pops up on the kill feed, things didn't go well for whoever that operator was looking at. And Grover was able to get the last kill of the round, so it is now 5-1 as Ox again
just with the operator right on Baby. Seems like that's the arch enemy of Ox right there.
There you go. Pass me the Ox cord and dial 0 for kills. As the Jet gets another shot there with the operator. And you see now the respect Dominguez Hills is showing. The caution that they're showing as they go here into the A site. Sean gets shut down by Kwansky on top of the boxes. And then Kwansky kills Grover.
Oh no, you got a team kill? Oh man. Kwansky that feels bad right there. Just taking out your own teammate you didn't even mean to. But maybe they're just trying to make it more challenging. You know, maybe it was for content. There you go. You know, when they gotta run it back, they do the highlight reels. There you go.
Maybe so. Regardless, Ox getting another couple of kills there with the operator. It's another defuse here as Georgia Tech gets themselves to that halfway marker. There are 6 points each half designated to be 12 or so rounds if necessary. So by getting that point number 6 now for Georgia Tech, they ensure that they will not be behind at the end of this first half for the side swap, no matter what happens. But a 6-1 lead looks much more promising for Georgia Tech than any tie, as right now they are ready to put their foot squarely on the gas pedal and push this lead past what Dominguez Hills can recoup.
I mean, even going into the first half 6-1 already, you're set pretty well. You know, going in, like you said, to the next half, no one's gonna if Dominguez Hills does come back, it'll be 6-6.
Dark and Matter gets tagged up, but it's Marto who gets the first kill. Oh, great shooting there by BT to get that kill on Dark and Matter. Marto gets their second, and then Riley finds Bad Dog. Ox once again on the operator, and it's BT all alone here
with a ghost. And we'll have this. And I mean, BT, I believe in you. I really do. When you're going up against assault rifles with a ghost, I don't know how that's gonna work out.
Yeah, you said it plainly, just with a ghost. But hey, here's the situation. They're not gonna be in great shape as Ox.
I mean,
there's the corner.
Ox turns it up to 10 and just blows them away with an operator. But
I was gonna say, because Ox might have stepped forward a little bit too far. I was wondering how they were gonna take that corner. Maybe Ghost versus an operator in a close quarters battle. Maybe you can make a miracle happen. But then we're starting to see really what's going on here with Georgia Tech's Jet, as Ox has gotten that operator and gone off, getting a kill in every round since purchasing it. And that's really hard to overcome, especially as the attackers, when you're just down an agent almost immediately due to the power of that sniper rifle.
That sniper rifle being very... I mean, for $5,000, it's better be able to one-shot, and it does. Especially just anywhere, and the ways Ox has been using and how we've seen it. It's definitely dangerous in his hands. So if I was on the other team, I would want to make sure we took out that operator and tried to get that... try to hurt their economy in any way possible.
Absolutely. Right now, we see another A-site move here. Kwansky sitting there on that ultimate. We hear a running back ult go off. Not sure if that was Baby or Marto, but I'm fairly sure it was Marto's. Yeah, it was Marto's running back ult that didn't yield much.
Waiting to see if the Killjoy is going to use the ult, as Marto's waiting patiently. Does not get the shot off, gets the flash, doesn't get the kill, gets another flash going.
Yeah. It's a very patient play here by Marto, and I like this, just drawing fire, trying to get as much intel as possible before moving backwards. But it's Sean who finds a kill over there on the A site, and that's going to open up the A site now for Dominguez Hills. They're going to have to move quickly here before Ox and Georgia Tech can set up.
But there we go. There's the ultimate, and that's what we were waiting for, to see how that's going to be in play. And it could have been a smart move, pulling off to have the people go, to have the other Dominguez Hills go in.
No, it was Riley. If you notice that, use the Hunter's Fury to kill the Killjoy ultimate. Keep the site open, and this is a great job now. Ox alone here with the rifle, and Sean's going to get their 4th kill of the round. There's a well-executed take there by Dominguez Hills to get themselves another round.
I didn't even see. I saw the Hunter's Furies, but I didn't see it go out and take out the Killjoy. The Killjoy stayed up. That would have been a great play, especially just pushing them out of the circle. So Hunter's Fury definitely came in clutch right there, getting that out of there. Dominguez Hills taking another match, taking another round. I mean, for themselves.
It's a great job by Riley to find value in that ult without necessarily needing to hunt for kills, right? You don't always need to frag out. Sometimes you just need to keep the site open and allow your teammates to do what they're gonna do. To bring value to a team, and that's one of the beautiful things about 5v5 competition as opposed to a ranked or solo queue. You're going to see more plays like that are very subtle, that they're just there to help other people and help your teammates do well.
I don't know if you saw the kill feed, but Ox got another operator kill.
Yeah.
All right, I just wanted to point that one out.
Just another, casual, just another 30-second kill as Kwansky with the long shot.
And it was on Mad Dog, and if he did have low health. So you got the wall bang on a low health. I mean, that sucks. I don't even know. I'll be there for the funeral, I guess.
Yeah, we'll bring some Popeyes or something like that.
Yeah, you know what it is. Popeyes, get them biscuits.
All the same, now you have to figure out how you're gonna infiltrate this A site if you're Dominguez Hills. That is where they're stacked up, and Grover is coming around the corner. So it's gonna need to be quick movement here as we hear Sean with that rocket, and they take out Dark and Matter. That's good in shooting. Gets Kwansky as well. Doesn't have a lot of time to plant, but they should be able to get it down quickly. It'll be 2v2 here now as Grover tries to get this intelligence to set up.
Oh, and there we got the Hunter's Fury.
The movement here on Sean's part, though, is able to get out of the way of those arrows. And now it's up to Ox and Grover to try to find their way. No, Sean shuts down Grover. That's their 3rd kill. But now they've got to communicate with the operator as Ox looks to move into the site, get onto the spike, and get some work done.
Gets another weapon, trading it around. Here's the reload. Goes for the reload. Gets Sean.
This is nothing.
Now you have to worry against Riley there with that Odin, and that was wonderful work by Riley. Did not overcommit. You're just gonna get this operator before the bomb goes off. Go ahead and grab that operator before the bomb goes off.
Almost dropped. The bomb was that close to going off at the time, but it's just any more extended. But now Riley gonna be using that operator.
I'm curious about this. Is Riley looking to use that? They dropped the Odin to grab the operator, and I was just wondering if that was to secure that value for someone else on the team, but it looks like Riley's gonna go ahead and hold on to it. So Riley swapping out the Odin for the operator. We'll see how that plays out. You know, no disrespect to Riley, but you don't usually expect your Sova to be trying to use
Headshot.
a weapon.
Well, it doesn't matter. Ox is like, if I don't got my sniper, I'll just snipe him with knives, right?
Right. Works just fine. And on the other side, Riley brightening up Darken Matter's day with a shot from that operator. So an ultimate trade and then an operator shot.
If you stare operator in the face, you're just gonna face certain death. That's what it is.
Yeah, generally how it works. You get, you know, shot by the most expensive weapon in the game. As Marto gets the kill there on Bad Dog. And that's going to drop Dominguez Hills now down to 3 agents here. It was Sean initiating the A site that opened up their last point. They're not going to have Sean available for that this time, but Bay V does get a kill on the running back before they have to fall back. And so it is even numbers here as Dominguez Hills moves into the A site. Grover going to be able to set up some utility here, but doesn't want to overextend too quickly.
Spike planted.
Did get some damage off of that shock arrow while the plant did go down, so BT's gonna have to watch out. He's a couple flips away from getting down.
Baby getting
One enemy
a
remaining.
kill, and then BT able to find Marto here. So now BT just needs one more kill to secure this for the team here. As we know, Riley is setting up as well, and there's BT with a great free fire right around the box. Was ready for it, took the fight,
Last round
and
in the
secures a
half.
third straight round here for Dominguez Hills.
Now we're seeing Ox back on the operator. We'll have to see if that turns it around for his team. Riley still having the operator. It was what, 7-1? Now it's 4-7. So we do see Dominguez Hills really making that strive to come back. They are not going down that easily. So it's not going to be a 6-6 in this half, but it will be at least a 7-5 or possibly 8-4. We'll have to see how Georgia Tech takes this back.
See Ox setting up once again, looking to get the opening kill here out of the boxes on the B site. Space control is such an important factor in competitive gaming, but it's Bay V who's going to open up the kill feed here, taking out Kwansky early. And you see the respect Dominguez Hills is showing towards that area as Ox moves forward. It's Bad Dog on Omen, who has the option to cloud things off, but I think just trying to make cover for the rest of the team to get over towards the C site.
Definitely is going for a C-side push. I'm not sure. Do we see...
That was Marto's running back. I'm fairly certain that that was definitely Marto's running back that just went away. Oh, that's a great toss there. Dark Matter now pushed into the open and taken out. Well done there by Sean.
Sean just hopping in like a bunny rabbit, getting the kills. As Sean gets on top of the box with a great advantage.
And Riley kills Ox with that operator. Wins that op versus off fight, and now it is just Grover against 4 members of Dominguez Hills.
And Cypher used his ultimate, and Grover was already seen.
Yep. Had eyes on him. Now 7-5 here, so Dominguez Hills able to stave off a just disastrous start, right? 4-0 to begin. Down 7-1 at one point this half, and now as we head into half number 2 with Georgia Tech taking on the role of attacking side, Dominguez Hills only 2 rounds behind, and we saw how quickly those 2 rounds can go, right? You win a pistol round, you have the eco advantage. The second round almost always goes the same as the first round. If that happens here for Dominguez Hills, they can tie this up. Bent, what did you see out of Dominguez Hills to, turn back the tide and get themselves into position to possibly get themselves back into this match?
They became a lot more confident in their plays. Yeah, as you saw, especially in the last one with Rays going in with the jump pads, getting on that top of the advantage, getting that high ground, as Obi-Wan would say. getting that high ground and using it to their advantage. That was just that one round, but in general, we've seen a lot more team. The communication seems to have flourished because you saw them actually working more together, not trying to go for the hero plays.
Yeah, we mentioned Riley taking out the Killjoy ultimate with the Hunter's Fury once again, and then using that Odin Okwanski turn back around. Oh, okay. Oh, here it is, a bloodless initiation and plant here for Georgia Tech.
Now we're going to see how Georgia Tech handles being the attacking side, because we did see some really good defenses. Grover already gets Baby, and Gombre BT coming around the side with Riley as well, sandwiching them in.
Riley has stepped up the play in these last few rounds, looking very good. As Sean gets another, and then the grenade.
A little hippity hop right there.
Yeah, well done there. And that'll be 7-6 now. So just like that, Dominguez Hill's only one round behind, and they're gonna have the eco advantage here. We'll see how aggressive they are with the buy. They'll be operating some type of enhanced weaponry. Definitely not gonna sit on that money. In this situation, we see BT gonna pick up a Marshall, a couple of submachine guns, looking like some of those, some Spectres, and a Stinger there on Bad Dog's side. For Georgia Tech, it'll be a full safe, which is the logical course of action, which you would expect out of a team that is down around. It was an easy initiation, or rather a well-executed initiation. Let me not call it easy. Easy is for people who are playing me in Valorant. These teams have to work hard.
I'll just walk around a corner without even looking sometimes.
Well executed from Georgia Tech in the first round. This time we see Baby getting the kill, and that opens things up very quickly as Sean gets in on the action. Bad Dog takes out Marto. It's Ox all alone, and though they do get Baby securing some money, they are alone amongst a hail of bullets as Sean finishes that round, and it is now 7-7. Dominguez Hills, well, tied 7-7, but Dominguez Hills with a large advantage here. And this round, you see the team on rifles in the momentum advantage, certainly in their favor. Oh no, I'm sorry. That is actually Georgia Tech who's rifling up, and
yes,
as of right now, Dominguez Hills has not spent any additional money. I don't know.
Hey, Georgia Tech, they seem to be really good with those assault rifles, so that's probably what they're going for.
Yeah, it's a it's a full buy here.
As Ox doesn't even pay attention to any of the damage he took walking through, trying to get to the short side of C, seeing if he can get into there. As Gombre is watching, I'm not sorry, I was watching the wrong one, but on A side, Ox is trying to get into short side A, as Gombre is watching C side long.
Right here.
Seeing a very slow push here from the side of Georgia Tech.
Well, it makes sense. They've put a lot of money into this round, so they don't want to lose it all at once, right? You're going to be as practical as you can and try to get the most value out of this. And I think that Dominguez Hills has definitely shown that they are forced to be reckoned with. That Sean gets that grenade out, takes a lot of damage, and doesn't get anything off of it. So well executed around the grenade as Riley gets a kill on Kwanski here, and the pressure falls down on this A site, and Darkened Matter does not care. 3 kills? Are you kidding me? I just thought about it. Can we get it?
That's what I like to be a part of. Darkened Matter, go for that ace, boy.
It is
ace.
Lights out as Darkened Matter cleans up the A site. A 5-kill round to take back the lead for Georgia Tech. Are you serious, Darkened Matter? They started this match off 7 kills in 3 rounds, went relatively quiet, and then said, you know what? I feel like I ain't heard my name recently enough. I need Eli the Curry to talk about me, so I'm gonna go ahead, drop this ace on you real quick. Hello.
Hey, Darkened
welcome
Matter,
to the Collegiate Valorant League.
And now that's the highlight reel right there.
All the same, though it is an impressive round, it is one round nevertheless. 8-7 here for Georgia Tech. They're going to need execution like that in order to preserve this lead. As you see, Baby getting the kill from behind on Ox.
think I have to apologize for screaming that loud. I mean, it was just hype, so it's already there. If I broke your headsets for HyperX, I'm sorry. If you have them. You probably heard my voice in 4K quality, as Eli would say.
Yeah, you broke non-HyperX headsets. There it is. Now you can go and get yourselves an upgrade, replace it, and do better.
With the student discount code, we go through Discord here. Join our Discord to get the student discount code.
So you see the action open up. It's Grover who gets 2 kills there. Kwansky and Marto fall, but Grover stands tall, and it's 2v2 now. This BT tries to get the camera up into the A site. That does confirm where Georgia Tech is pushing, and the spike goes down. Yeah, BT got the tag off. There's a lot of good damage there, but not able to finish it off.
Riley going up with the Odin. Just spray and play through the wall. Spray and play.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, actually. You would have loved to have Riley down in the bottom there with the Odin for that wall bang attempt instead of BT, as that Odin just has such good penetration. But now it's BT's job here to go for this defuse. Dark and Matter moving in. Cut down by Riley, and there's the defuse.
What a great play right there.
Well done there. And even up, and we are 8-8, going back and forth, trading rounds now. Dominguez Hills and Georgia Tech starting our night off with a barn burner, and they are not holding back. As you see now, Dark and Matter, 16 kills, lead fragger for Georgia Tech. Meanwhile, Sean has stepped forward for Dominguez Hills. Hasn't exactly been the loudest, but has been very clutch and leading them in frags. You see Baby and Riley as well, the top 3 killers for Dominguez Hills. Now here's Sean again with a second raise ult success here for Sean as they take out Kwansky.
I know, Eli, you like those ults for sure. That's your favorite right there.
Oh yeah,
that's how you get a shout out from Eli.
Sean doing Bad Dog taking out Marto, even as Grover gets the revenge. And it's still an agent advantage now for Dominguez Hills. As you can see how far they've pushed up. They are trying to take this defensive aggression to Georgia Tech. They're trying to put Georgia Tech on their back foot, knock them over, and secure a lead for the first time in this match. Odds of that do look strong right now, as you see the close angle here. Dark and Matter turns the corner and takes out Baby. Grover gets BT off camera, and just like that, Georgia Tech now has the lead in this round.
I can see how we do still have the Killjoy and the Sova left. You know, we still can get that information out and know where they're at. You have Riley.
Up.
Riley's been proven to be very good, you know, having those top frags as well. I think he still has his Odin as Sean takes out. But there you go, Dark and Matter taking out Riley. He did not care getting shot by that Odin. Could be picking up that Odin as well. Use it for some wall bangs here as Sean is going down. C long. Right into Grover's grasp. Getting that headshot on Sean. But just as you thought that Dominguez Hills was going to come back, sadly, or depending on whose side you're on, non-biased opinion that Georgia Tech did come back.
And I will draw your attention to this, Bent. You look at the ultimate economy here for the two teams. Georgia Tech sitting on 4 of 5 ultimates right now. Only 2 on the side of Dominguez Hills, and they are both... well, you got the Sova ult, right, which is not a recon ult, but it does help if he pings people up. So the aggression now for Georgia Tech may be turning up here as they have Aux's Blade Storm ready. They've got a lot of ultimates they can bring to bear here. You know they would love to be able to get this round quickly, especially with members of the Dominguez Hills team. You see basically on eco round as BT only has a classic, likewise for Bad Dog. So it'll be a very, very tough round here for Dominguez Hills as members of their team are operating without rifles. Needing to be very thrifty if they want to get this round.
We haven't seen any kills from Jet yet. You know, we did see the save from Jet because Jet does have the ultimate, and it is Ox, and Ox does seem to be... Oh, no, he does have a gun. Never mind.
Yeah. Had enough money to pick up the Phantom as we see Baby there sitting with Bucky there in that corner. It's Dark and Matter who opens things up on BT, who was unable to get something done there with a classic.
And back up. Sean takes him out with the Bucky, but it was a trade back and forth right there as well. You see Marta going in with Mad Dog being in the corner and did get some good damage on us as Ox
30
Right turns the
seconds left.
corner, and now Baby being the last one alive.
There you are.
And Spike and Ox getting Baby as we now are at 10-8. We're closing in on the end of this game.
Drawing nearer now. 3 rounds away is Georgia Tech from having the chance to win this. And now, though, we do see the rifles out on Georgia Tech's side. They're fully kitted up. For Dominguez Hills, it's Riley on that operator. I asked the question whether I thought it was a smart decision for them to drop the operator drop the Odin for the operator. The chat immediately lambasted me for such a foolish question, and Riley, in short order, proved me wrong, showing how dangerous they were. Well, Riley's gonna need to do it again here as Dominguez Hills is down 8-10. And this running back ult comes up here. Marto gets a kill on Sean and opens up a second opportunity for Grover. That's a big running back for Georgia Tech to start off this round.
We see now Ox running in with full confidence. Darker Matter already being underneath heaven. No one in there, thankfully, but he's trying to teleport.
Oh, and there's Dark and Matter takes out Riley, so there's the operator on the ground here. Well, now this is very tough if you're Dominguez Hills. Not only do you have an operator down, now Bad Dog taking out BT now alone here.
He
So
might
you're
just looks like he's just gonna go for the save.
Yeah, I was gonna say, now you have the decision. Obviously, trying to take this round is nearly impossible. You have a time limit. You've got 5 highly trained agents against you. The question I had was whether or not BT would actually try to find that operator, pick it up, and get back to a safe space. It looks like that's not going to be the case. Instead, they're going to take out Marto. That's going to alert the team. They do get a couple of kills before falling.
Like, that would have been pretty cool if BT over here going for an ace at the end.
It would have been the ultimate Uno reverse there to run that back 5v1 there with the spike already down. But I will say BT does well for themselves to get a couple of kills. Get a little bit of money here as we enter into this point. Now, if you're Dominguez Hills, looks like they're going to force a buy here because Georgia Tech is only 2 rounds away. And you can tell Dominguez Hills just doesn't want to give up a round this close to the end. They know they need to get to work as we hear Baby activate that running back ult. This is going to be a fast push here. Sean and Baby looking to initiate, be very aggressive here on the defense.
And there was 2 trades there with the Ox and Sean and Kowalski. Now we're seeing Riley waiting with the Spectre on the side of mid, right below window on that right side. And does not able to take out Marto. Marto takes out Riley. Dark and Matter now looking to go through garage on C-site. Looks like trying to get that C-site push.
Have the spike.
Yep, still going for that C-site push. We see 1 person on C-site right now. Looks like Ox is trying to get in there before anyone is alerted to that full rotation.
Yeah, there was Bad Dog there who kind of is just backed up and given up the initiation in the C-site. Not going to try to be a hero here. Instead, going to reconvene with the rest of Dominguez Hills. And now, as a full trio, they can try to make this retake here. See the positioning now from Georgia Tech. Obviously, they set themselves up. They know what they're expecting here. And there's not too much utility here. You do have the flash,
One enemy remaining.
but it doesn't amount to much as Marto takes out Bad Dog, Baby falls to Ox, and Darken Matter takes out BT. Grover just left alone to celebrate with the knife.
And we
That
have
is now
this is it.
match point.
Match point. Hey, Jinx,
Yeah,
you owe me a Coke.
you got it. No problem.
All right, cool. Anyways, now we're at the last map point here. It was starting to look a little grim for the Georgia Tech as Dominguez Hills was coming back very strongly. Now as I've said before, the Uno reverse card did come in. Now it's looking grim for the side of Dominguez Hills. This is when you need to go for that Hail Mary. Make sure you're bot all in as much as you can. And this is where you got to make sure you're hyper focused.
Yeah, it's
You can use Hyper
a
X right there.
it's a tough situation here for Dominguez Hills as their weapons are not what they would like here. But they tried to salvage the round previous to this one. See Grover's throwing going out.
Did you just throw the jump head at the
He
drone?
tagged it. He tagged it with the
Like,
very
here.
cute play there from Sean, but all the same, it's just Patience on the side of Georgia Tech. They don't need to rush. They know they have a weapons advantage, and Kwansky throws down that Killjoy ult on the A site.
Sova does not have his ultimate, that the Hunter's Fury, to take it out, so we do see Dominguez Hills leaving. Of course, you have to. As Ox goes in with the Blaze Storm and misses all of his shots right there.
Sean's ultimate goes wide, but Baby gets another one. Marto, however, standing again, gets 2 kills. And now it is just Riley.
You might as well use the ultimate. This is your final point. Try to get that last kill and just end the game. As Marto just barely misses him.
Yeah. There's not a lot of time here for them to get in position as Riley is on the spike. Oh, but there it is. Grover setting it up. There's the Hunter's Fury. They're going to zone off that ultimate.
And attackers are
Win.
Beautiful post-plant decision-making from Georgia Tech. Not overly aggressive. They had 2 ultimates. Didn't use them to ensure a kill. They used them to ensure the spike would go off. As Marto played the ring around the rosy, sussed out all the spots where Riley could be, and then when the time came, Grover just puts shots on the spike, forces Riley to move aside, and they're killed by Marto. So there you have it, Georgia Tech taking it 13-8 over Dominguez Hills.
And you definitely got to look at Dark Matter as coming out of this match with a 24-12. We did see him top frag for a lot of that first half, then coming back a little bit later in that last half. So as we said before, KDA does not say everything about a match, but it does prove some good highlights for sure. So Dark Matter definitely leading his team, followed by Marto and Ox. These 3 top really good players for Georgia Tech. Great to see these new strategies and skills coming into this game, and we're happy to see them again. We're going to be seeing them all season long. Especially with Dominguez Hills. We had Sean and Baby as well leading their team. Some great kills as well, and we have to point out that ace for sure. So
Dark and Matter, obviously top fragger and an ace. They had themselves a night. Sean played well, really pulled things close here. Dominguez Hills got it back to 8-8 at one point in the second half after being down 7-1. So you saw the resilience on their side, but ultimately Georgia Tech pulling out again, just so crisp, really, and really clutch. I feel like Dark and Matter, Marto, Ox, Grover, Kwansky as well. They each found moments to get the work done, and they worked together extremely well. And on this night, just a little bit too much for DH to overcome. But it's a long season, and this is only week 1. There will be more conversation to be had amongst teams as we figure out who the strongest member of this league is. But that will do it for our first match of the evening, although it is not our last. We will be taking a short break, and then when we come back, we will have Ryerson Esports going up against Oregon State University. So be ready for that. Ryerson University versus Oregon State on the other side of this break.
And make sure you posture check, get your hydrate, get your snacky snacks. We'll be coming back. We'll be here all night long.
Absolutely. We'll see you then.
Been focusing on healing my fractured soul from all the harm and pain I once concealed. But the storm has come before the calm. Will you look into my eyes and tell me it'll be alright? For my mind is in an eternal fight with stuff sometimes. feels heavy and I'm blurry. That's all I know. The pace feels fast. I'm eating without you here. I feel so alone. Energy still depleted. Trying to find a glimmer of hope. Will you look into my eyes and tell me it'll be alright? For my mind is in an eternal fight with itself sometimes. I wonder where you are tonight. I wonder where you are tonight. When the demons hold us so tight. I wonder where you are tonight. I wonder where you are tonight. Wonder where you are tonight. Will look into my eyes and tell me it'll be alright. My mind's in an eternal fight. Wonder where you are tonight. Been focusing on healing my fractured soul from all the harm and pain.
Boosted Iron Ring player Queen B. We are super excited to get into the second match of the night for you guys between Ryerson versus Oregon State Black. But before we get into all the good heckin' Valorant shooting, I wanted to welcome all of our teams either into or back into the league. We built this CVL community because there needs to be a more safe and positive space on Twitch that prioritizes. I'm sorry. No worries. That prioritizes mental health. And we're happy to be that for you guys. And we really want to welcome you guys into our community because no matter who you're supporting and no matter who you're playing for, you're all a part of the CVL family. And we are so happy to welcome our sponsors, a lot of new sponsors this season. Thank you, HyperX. They are the exclusive headset partner for the tournament. Thank you for keeping the casting crew and the hosting crew looking fresh, looking fly in our new headsets. Thank you, MSI, who not only covered the CVL prize pool, but who will be raffling off a few backpacks along with a brand new spanking new laptop for the CVL finals. So make sure you keep your peepers peeped for that. Thank you, Twitch Student. They will also be raffling off Twitch gear, but only if and only if all the students in our chat go down to our panels below and fill out their form. And please do, so we can raffle off more cool swag for you guys. But all of you guys, all of our sponsors, thank you for making all of this happen. We are super excited to kick off season 2 with you guys. It's going to be bigger and better than ever, if you couldn't already tell. And if any of you guys are interested in what I mentioned today, make sure you check out our sponsors in the panels below. You can find exclusive discount codes along with special offers made exclusively for our community. So make sure you take full advantage of that. Down below, you'll also find our Discord, our Twitter, and our Instagram, so you can join the family and you can keep up to date with when your favorite teams will be playing. This season lasts 3 months, so your favorite teams will be playing quite a bit, so make sure you follow us and you stay in the know. And now I am super excited to pass the invisible mic back to our casters for the evening, Eli the Curry and the OG Bent. But before I do, we are going to take just a quick teensy little commercial break. So I will see you guys in chat. Bye, guys.
Don't allow them to break you. You're amazing the way you are. I can see those tears falling, but don't allow them to. Don't allow them to break you. You're amazing the way you are. I can see those tears are falling, but don't allow them to. But don't allow them to. Don't allow them to. I fear the teardrops may get caught within the downpour. Yet there's never help without relief. Where's all the champions giving out their speeches? All these days thought of the least. Don't allow them to break you. You're amazing the way you are. I can see those tears falling, but don't allow them to. Don't allow them to break you. You're amazing the way you are. I can see those tears are falling, but don't allow them to. But don't allow them to. Don't allow them to. Don't allow them to.
You know I've never felt this weightless. If anything, it's you that caused this. When I keep falling through my heart cracks, it's you that turns around this whole mess. I try to fight my way through darkness. If anything, it's you that stopped this. When I'm surrounded by the heartless, it's you that turns around this whole mess. You know I've never felt this weightless. If anything, it's you that caused this. When I keep falling through my heart cracks, it's you that turns around this whole mess. I try to fight my way through darkness. If anything, it's you that stopped this. When I'm surrounded by the heartless, it's you that turns around this whole mess. It's you that turns around this whole mess.
Where's all the lovers with desire hiding? Missing the chance to transform something basic. Where's all the mistakes? Making judgments from skyscrapers. All these days we stand against them. Don't allow them to break you. You're amazing the way you are. I can see those tears falling, but don't allow them to. Don't allow them to break you. You're amazing the way you are. I can see those tears are falling, but don't allow them to. Don't allow them to. Don't allow them to break you. You're amazing the way you are. I can see those tears are falling, but don't allow them to. But don't allow them to. Don't allow them to. Living by the wayside, distant thoughts are getting high. Head was heavy and I'm blurry-eyed. That's all I know. The pace feels fast. I'm eating without you here. I feel so alone. Energy still to
That's right. That's right. We are back at it again with another match. We're in match 2 now with Ryerson versus Oregon State. Yes. I don't know. That's all I had coming into this thing. I did not think this far ahead, Eli. So I need you to come and save me this time.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Gamers EDU presenting the Collegiate Valorant League, brought to you by HyperX Gaming, Radiant.gg, AIM Labs, as well as the good folks over at Ritual Motion and Clear Eye View. I am Eli the Curry, joined by the ever eager OG Bent, and we are going to be having our second match of the day. We watched as Oregon, or I'm sorry, no,
Not
it
Oregon.
wasn't Oregon, it wasn't Houston, it was Georgia Tech.
Georgia
who
Tech versus
kicked us off
Dominguez
with
Hills.
our first win. Yeah, against Dominguez Hills in our first match. Our second match, as Bent mentioned, will be Ryerson University going up against Oregon State University. These a couple of newcomers, a couple of teams who earned their way into the Collegiate Valorant League through success in the Weekend Championship Series. So we're going to be introducing ourselves to a couple of new sides, and they will be showing off what they have here. Looks like we will be going to Haven once again. Not really a surprise, as you mentioned, Bent. Haven, a preferred map. Yeah,
very good map. I like it for sure. It's a definitely good map. As we said before, actually, I think. Have you casted over any of these? Because I think I've casted over Oregon State. I know Oregon I've casted over before. Have you done Ryerson or Oregon yet?
I think Ryerson I saw a few weeks ago, but I may not be 100% correct in that. You also forgive me for that. But yeah, what did you think when you saw Oregon State? What did you think of them? What are you expecting to see as we get into this match?
Definitely. Well, from what I remember from Oregon, they were a strong team. I feel like it's just real general, right? Just saying strong team because that's everyone who's made it into the CVL with, playing all weekend long, playing all day. They got to be strong to get in. So I am expecting to see I love to see how these newer teams coming into this season, how they're bringing different strategies, newer skills, different ways to play the game, different ways to have a different perspective on the game and show new ways to play. And that's what I'm expecting to see, especially out of Oregon coming in. And I know they play the same way as most teams do. They have a Killjoy, Jet usually, an Omen, Rays probably. I'm trying to think of who else. Probably a Phoenix. No normal people, I would assume. They might throw a little up in there. I think I've seen them play Sage before. One person play Sage before in their team as well. So we might see a Sage come in. We could see a Battle Sage for all we know. And then Ryerson, I have no idea what to expect from them.
Well, like you mentioned, we know any team that made their way into the CVL after that gruesome gauntlet that was the WCS, for every team to make it through a 10 or 12 hours worth of action, ending in a playoff, a best 2 out of 3 map. There's a lot of doing, it's a lot of winning in order to make it into the CVL. So as we begin our countdown and get ready, we want to remind you all that we are an inclusive community and we do appreciate having you here. But please, if you need to speak a certain type of way, we want you to talk trash, not be trash. And also remind you that if you were to click on !Discord, you'll be able to join the Gamers EDU Discord, where you can find members of the community, such as myself and the OG Bent, as well as some coupon codes to get you discounts on some of the products sold by our wonderful sponsors, like Ritual Motion, as well as HyperX. But that's all stuff for non-Valorant action. It is time now to get into Haven as we see the teams loading in.
We are seeing already a Reyna. So that's going to be a little different to see as well. See that Empress ultimate go off.
Absolutely. As you see Neon there on the side of Oregon State, they will be attacking to begin this match, and it will be Ryerson to defend. As you see Sova, Reyna, Cypher, and Omen locked in on Oregon State's side. Series, considering Phoenix, I would not be surprised. It would make it 2 initiating agents versus 3 intel and utility agents. Not much of a surprise there. Over on the side of Ryerson, we have Jay on Phoenix, Alden with Sova, Physics with Jet, Woody with Cypher, and Kylus with Omen. Nearly identical to what we saw from, I believe it was Dominguez Hills that was running a very similar, Oregon State. Although we will be seeing Cypher instead of Killjoy.
We're over Oregon State right now.
Georgia Tech. Yeah, you're right. It was. I can't. I'm never gonna remember their name. I guess that's the meme for the season, right? I just never gonna know when it's actually Georgia Tech.
I think what's gonna be funny is this: when we do Houston, are you gonna remember that we're actually over Houston?
I better, because they I couldn't find the Twitch at, so yeah. Just saying, that sticks with you when I have to search. When I have to look for something on the internet for longer than 60 seconds, that bothers me. I want instant gratification. I didn't get it. So I'm going to remember the University of Houston and their lack of an esports ad. And then, of course, somebody's going to post it in the chat. I'm going to look stupid. But you know how it goes. We begin now this pistol round.
I think they just made us all look kind of dumb because I didn't realize what its chat says is all maps this week are Haven. So I thought they were choosing top seed, bottom seed, and all that, but I guess not.
Why do I need to know the rules? I'm just a commentator. We begin here with Neon getting the opening pick here on Jay. Starting things off well for Oregon State, but now you see Alden respond. It's traded off here now, 3v3. Dragonfly gets that kill for Oregon State. These two teams here, both of them newcomers to the CVL. We don't really have much information about how much they may have played in other tournaments or leagues, so the filling out process sure to be something to watch here as we get into the first round. It will be series, however. Able to get the plant. Wait, now we get the plant here on the A site. That's going to cause a full rotation here for Ryerson as they must move fully over into the A site.
Ryerson, yes, Ryerson is going for that A site push. Seems like they are. And Kyle's getting Dragonfly, even going through that smoke right there. Physics getting, and Woody getting series.
Nice there.
That defuse.
Beautiful shooting there from Woody. Gets 2 kills here to start out the round. Or to start off the match here. Well, that's going to be round number 1 going the way of Ryerson. Woody opens up things there on the post plant here. Like I mentioned, it was a filling out process. Not a team really able to commit much options in the pistol round. There's not a lot you can show, but we can see an aggressive decision happening here for Oregon State as they're going to load up. Despite losing that first round, they're going to buy the guns here and get themselves ready to fight for this second round. We'll have to see now how Ryerson prepares for this, whether or not they anticipate having guns to go against or whether they'll be ready for it as we see the fire begin immediately.
Oregon State already going through that middle, going into B site. Probably, I haven't seen too many teams go for that B site push, but it could be possible. We could be seeing a B site push as Jay already having an LMG. Like you said, they did buy pretty heavily going into the second round.
It's a very aggressive stance to take eco-wise, but Custard does get the first kill of the round, so the advantage now does go the way of Oregon State.
But just like... Never mind.
I was going to say, yeah, Physics getting a kill there, and now it is 3-2 here for Oregon State as they get their second straight plant. Jay wants to set up with that Ares. They're going to turn that corner and gets one.
Oh, but not able to get the other one as he does get shot through the wallbang.
Jay did the best they could. They kept firing around the corner, but Rio knew where they were. Didn't need to fully step into sight, and that kept them alive to get that kill. As you see, Neon finishes off Woody, and an aggressive buy from Oregon State pays off for them as they even it up 1-1.
We are, from both teams, we're seeing very aggressive plays, which is, it's good to see just a mix-up. We saw from the last match, we saw very patient plays, very, planned out kind of plays, and we're seeing from here, they're just both rushing right at each other, just head-to-head.
So it's all hands on deck now. Obviously, every team wants to make the most out of the rounds. Every team wants to put themselves in a good position. Get themselves off to a hot start as we see Neon getting first blood there. Able to draw back some health and fall back before getting avenged. As Series takes out Woody, so it's 2 kills there. Series and Jay each pick one up. Physics takes out Series, however.
Remaining.
But there's Rio with the Ares. It's another Ares purchase.
And
how many times do you see the Ares in a single match?
Yeah, you don't see Ares too much. It's usually the Odin. And they could just be getting the Ares because it is cheaper before they get the Odin, I think, right?
Yeah, it's just like you mentioned though, it's just a very aggressive decision-making strategy for these teams. Really not settling down for anything as we see Rio taking shots off there before Dragonfly takes Alden down, and now Oregon State able to go up 2-1. They've reversed the momentum now. They've pushed Ryerson back onto their heels. We saw a big lead get started for Georgia Tech in our first match of the night. They went up 7-1. That lead dwindled, eventually shrunk to 0 as it was 8-8 before they were able to pull back 13-8. And we will find out now if Oregon State is able to do something similar and get momentum on their side, or whether Ryerson, who has once again equipped themselves up, they're bought heavy, they're looking to push back and make this 2-2.
All right, we do see another. They're trying to split between either going A, but it looks like they're rotating back to C. Said the attackers. They don't have. There's not too much utilities on C either. So we're just waiting to see. It looks like we're just getting some pop shots off here. It could be going back to A. They haven't made a distinct decision yet. Now it looks like we're going to A, going in from long side. For the most part, we're having a 3-stack going in long and a 2-stack going in short. As you can see, the visuals getting blocked up on Heaven. The ultimate going out.
Yeah, the series now is going to make the initial push, clear out the site, let things be known. They'll turn that corner, have a good shot, and they do take out Jay. So there's a well-used run it back there for series. And that'll lead to the spike going down here. As Physics gets tagged up very heavy up in Heaven. Physics is going to need to be very careful now, only on 39 health. The spike is down, and things look very strong for Oregon State as they look to execute this post-plant hold and win round number 4. I can count. Yeah, it's round number 4.
Yes. I don't know if I can count or not. And just like it was a trade on trade right there, and attackers winning it.
Dragonfly getting 3 kills in that round, shutting down that retake attempt by Ryerson. I was starting to see a very well-balanced approach here for Oregon State. No one member of the team seeking to excel above everyone else. Instead, coordinating well, working together. As you see, each member of the team with at least 2 kills. Something you love to see if you're an Oregon State fan. Everybody involved, everybody on the action, looking good. And they are now up 3-1.
We are already getting that first kill on Woody with a headshot. We do see the 100 Fury going out.
Meanwhile, like Physics going off there. Gets 2 with a Blaze Storm. Finds a 3rd there on Rio. Big Blaze Storm ult there for Physics. That's what you look for out of your Jet. Something to turn the tide of a round. Even if you don't have an eco advantage, even if you're not fully kitted up with that Blaze Storm ult, Jet is a one-woman wrecking crew, and Physics showed that. Now putting Neon and the rest of Oregon State on the back foot, but there's a kill there. They take out Jay, get some good damage there as well. Physics is low. This is still very doable now if you're Oregon State. They move into the B site.
We do see Jet still on that ultimate. We'll have to watch out for that. Alden coming around. Just the Sheriff. We do see them having 2 assault rifles.
One enemy remaining.
Now picked up a Phantom, and just like that, Alden gets a kill on Neo.
Very clean shooting there. Now Custard going through the smoke there, gets one, but Kylus knows how Omen smoke works. Finds the angle and takes Custard down. It's a smooth post-plant situation here. As the thrifty round comes through here for Ryerson. That's a big round for them to win, undercutting the momentum that Oregon State was building up. And now forcing them to start over, essentially, as you see Oregon State in a bit of an awkward situation money-wise. They're going to fully kit up here, but without a big loss bonus, if things don't go their way this round, they might find themselves falling behind. much more quickly than they'd like.
Guys, coming out of this buy, it looks like we do have good buys on both sides. Going with Phantoms. I have seen
Take flight.
from this season a lot. We have seen more Phantom plays than anything else. That's something I have noticed. Then Vandal.
Yeah, it seems like the Phantom, at least amongst the teams we've seen, is the rifle of choice for this meta. So we see now Dragonfly going to work, trying to take out those recon drones, minimize the intelligence that can be gathered. Jay here setting up here around the season. Yeah.
Oh, does he gonna check that corner? Did not check the corner, guys! I thought you were getting a 3!
Jay gets 2. Custard looked it off a little early. And I wonder how much that does as we see Physics take out Series right after Series takes out Alden. The advantage now still going the way of Ryerson as Physics gets their second operator kill of the round. Physics has popped up in these last 2 rounds. 3K last round. This time doing the work with the operator, and it's Rio alone. They do have the spike, but the operator says you have 0 chance to win this round as Physics ties it up basically single-handedly here for Ryerson. 3 kills on that operator, and it is 3-3.
We do see that poll going back and forth in chat kind of right now. We are seeing. It's fun to watch right now. You see it in Twitch chat, Eli. The real questions are you wagering any of your channel points right now?
I am a moderator, and as such, I am not able to wager. I will not be taking part. I am an unbiased commentator. Also, I don't know who will win.
I don't know either, but it's fun. I don't know why, but it's allowing me to put some channel points on. So I'm putting it on.
I wonder if that's a channel feature in my channel. I can't let mods. I don't think. Anyway, as we get to the beginning, Woody now getting 2 kills on wallbang and then kills through the smoke before Custard is able to get revenge. So they take down Woody, but it's still now an advantage for Ryerson as they have come alive and look very strong here to begin round number 7. Up 4 agents to 3 here. And Physics is still alive with that operator, so death is just a click away if you're Series or any other member of Oregon State who gets caught lacking. It's a unique sight there from Jay. Kind of reminds me of the some of the reticles we've seen over the course of last season.
30 seconds
and
left.
Some of the personality players were showing just in the way that they chose to put their sights on. Now we hear Custard was trying to find some usefulness there with that ult. Don't know what they saw, but the move happens now here. It's into the B site. Let's take some shots. Gets tagged up a little bit. Backs out as Jay takes out Rio. The spike comes down. Series is going to plant, but they're going to be... Oh, there's a big flash there from Series. A smooth execution after the plant. They reverse it on Kylus, and now it is 2-2. Series gets their second kill in the site now. Another running back ult is shut down by Alden. The spike is down, and it's 2-1 there as Series is performing extremely well in this round. They still have a flash.
And we have
only have 10 health.
Them with less, but Custard able to get Alden, winning them one more round for the attacking side. We are seeing of course it's not the same like the last game, but this game we're seeing them go back and forth. We're not seeing a totally snowball effect like last game.
No, not at all. This time, Series and Custard go off between the two of them. They account for all of Oregon State's kills in that round, and it was a very, very late push into the B site. It looked like things weren't going to go the way that Oregon State would need them to. Instead, Custard pops off, gets 3 kills. Series looks great after the spike goes down, gets a very, very nifty flash and kill. We hear the ultimate going up here on the other side. That would be Jay's running back ult going up. All the same, Series gets a kill there before falling to Kylus. Physics picks up a kill on Neon. Another strong start here from Ryerson as Dragonfly evens it up against Woody. They're looking good, and now moving quickly here as Jay cuts off the rotation and now looks to aggressively move in, perhaps? No, instead looking to secure a position here in the mid.
Shadows
But
traveling.
while that's happening, it's actually Custry getting over to the A site, so the spike will go down here now for Oregon State.
Spike plant.
And with that information out, we'll see what the rotation is.
Is a 2 to
Ryerson.
4, and as Custard is being the right now is the only one on site. As we just see Soba coming in from A long, as Kylus does go up to heaven. See how this affects the next game and this game in the next couple seconds. Go for the flash right into the visuals block.
One enemy remaining.
Physics going right for Custard to get that headshot through the wall.
Another 3K here for Physics this time. You mentioned back and forth, these two schools throwing haymakers. Neither one able to create any distance as they go 4 to 4 heading into round number 9. See now the eco situation for Oregon State, not too bad, but they're certainly not very comfortable right now. As you see, Neon will probably have not much here. Probably gonna have to save for the majority of the team. Was a single member who had about $5,000, but I'm not too sure we're gonna see anybody overinvest into this. We are still, you know, 4 rounds until the end of the half. Still some reason to save here as we see Series again making moves. Neon gets the kill there on Kylus. It's a big advantage now for Oregon State as they're into the C site. The spike
Planted.
goes down there as Series revenges Physics. Neon gets their second kill of the round, I think, and both of them with that pistol. This time it's Woody who takes out Series, but they're all alone here needing to make a move into the site, and they're gonna have to do it against quite a bit of utility and some very, very tough customers. But the same, it's Woody with that Phantom. There's one.
And Woody cleaned it up with the 2. Damn, not able to clean it up with the 2.
Hello,
Neon
Neon.
getting 3 kills though.
Does anybody want to tell Neon that this wasn't a pistol round?
Nah, I think Neon just likes using pistols. He's just, you know what, pistols is just the way it goes.
Just said, oh, I only have a pistol on me. Just eco round. Okay, well, I'll show you what that looks like in the world of Neon. And they were quite loud there. 3K to salvage that round. And
You're
now
seeing-
reverse that eco disadvantage. And now it is Ryerson who needs to figure out what exactly they're going to commit to this round as we get closer to halftime.
Seeing a lot of ghosts and sheriffs as well. So, like I said, the Eagles round has switched. We have to see if they can pull a Thrifty out from underneath them as well, as we are getting close to that half now. Coming up close to those 12 points. A couple more to go. It is 5 to 4.
You see Alden trying to pop off, get some shots there with that Sheriff. It's going to need to be very direct. Physics had a big blade storm last time this ultimate was online. You know, Ryerson would love to see another one. Kylus holds the door there with the Sheriff. It's Physics who is expected to come up big. This is what you want your Jet to do. Unfortunately for Physics, they are rather out of position at this point. Nobody's coming around, but they don't get to know that the way that we do because that would be cheating.
We're going to see what it looks like. We're going to see Physics being on the Jet come up behind them, possibly through C long. If they get that, that is a great flank. But it looks like Jet is pulling back now through A site and possibly doing a long rotation around. Now not being there with his team as Sirius gets Kylus.
Oh, there's a big shot there from Alden. Even as they fall, they still manage to get one kill there with the Sheriff. Jay able to take out Dragonfly, and now Physics finally in position there, and there is the Blaze Storm. 1 and 2. Hello, can we get 3? Will it be necessary? We'll see the smoke go down. There's an Odin on deck.
Oh, and
Rio gets the range.
You're with me.
he clutched it. He had 10 health. He had 10 health. He got Blazer a couple shots on him, and he clutched it up.
Well, there you go, Rio.
There's your LMG play right there. That's the LMG. Clutching it up, getting the 3 kills, winning that for your team 6 to 4. Continue that momentum.
The Odin can't be a dot. Rio with the emo too said, please clip that. Make sure you've got it nice and comfy. Get it 60 frames per second. It's going in the montage. And now it is 6-4 for Oregon State. Big shooting there out of Rio and an incredibly clutch moment there to keep this lead alive for them as we get into the penultimate round of this half. It is 6-4 Oregon State. You know they're feeling great.
I mean, after that, after what seemed to be a loss for them, definitely coming back, having that clutch, I would even be on top of the world right now. I mean, just watching, I feel on top of the world.
See, now Series has the running back available, hasn't activated it yet. Custard who takes out Jay. There's another great shot there from Custard. They have done well. That's helping Oregon State get out to this lead.
We are seeing a C pushes now. The 5-stack is coming into C push. We got teleports coming in. Custard already teleporting, watching the stairs on C. No kills just as Kyle is now waiting, getting those visuals blocked, going through, possibly going through garage on B site to get into C. Neon watching that very closely.
Absolutely, we see now Physics gonna turn the corner and try to move into the site. Gonna need to be very careful here as they go up against that flash. It's Physics over Series. Woody takes out Dragonfly before Custer gets their second and then third of the round as they take out Kylus, but Alden is able to even it up. It's 2-2. Neon steps out of the smoke and gets shut down by Woody, but not before taking out Alden and making this a 1v1. Who's there again? It's Rio with an Odin.
Rio with the Odin winning that one.
Sova, Odin, Haven. It looks like that's the move. As we see Rio winning essentially the second round in a row. And now as the final match in halftime, it's Oregon State looking to take a strong lead. They will be up 8-4 if they were able to win this round and put themselves in prime position to win our second match of the night.
I'm just going to start writing some of these down. So I need to play Sova with an Odin on Haven. That makes sense, right? I'm just put that in the notes.
Yeah, go ahead. You know, maybe go ahead and follow Rio, follow Riley, follow some of these Dynamite Sovas here. Let them show you something.
Running back being active. Are we going to get any kills or at least information from this running back as the running back is shut down? Looks like there's just some information gathering, which is important, especially in this game.
Absolutely, it's Alden there, turns around on Neon, tracks it down, gets the kill. Yeah, I was trying something a little slick there, crouch walking through the door. Don't see that as much. Ooh, that's a nice little shot there by Alden. As the spike is now down in the B site, the running back comes up, and Jay gets Custard with it. Woody and Physics go off, and it's all Ryerson here in the last round and a half. They are absolutely on top of things here as they will get this defuse. No need to go gather guns. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I don't know if you saw, but we did see the Phoenix running back run out right before it got to the spike half defused. And if that spike was any more further gone, that could have been a bad play. Just a accident type thing, you know, just running out of time because your ultimate takes you out.
Yeah, but with 4 other members of it, it was no pressing concern. It's just a little bit of time there for Ryerson to goof off and have themselves a time. Now, as we move into the second half, we start again on pistols. This time, it will be Oregon State to defend. Ryerson now with the initiative and the need in and get these kills. We see Physics there, 16 kills on that first half. That's quite a performance, but the team down 2 rounds. What do you think they need to change if they're going to be able to overcome their deficit and secure a victory?
I mean, looking at both these teams, they've both played. I mean, I don't really see too much of a deficit from each side. I've been seeing, you know, really good plays from both sides. I don't know if they necessarily need to change anything, but just, just getting caught off guard, I guess, is the best way to put it. You know, just like this, getting caught off guard, not checking the corners right, is the only thing I'm really seeing. Is just these small, subtle things are changing the game big time for themselves.
See the flick there here from Jay. That's a long fight here. And the Frenzy not especially well suited for such a fight as Rio gets a beautiful shock dart, but it's Physics who gets the last word as they take out Series and then in the round killing Neon. Physics, who started that round with a great pick, flew into the middle of the site and then immediately pulled a 180, looked back at the top, and took out Rio to begin with. Now founds 2 more. Gets Ryerson into this. I mentioned physics in their kill count at the beginning of this. Oregon State, the one with the balanced attack. You see how spread out their kills are, and they have the lead. For Ryerson, it appears they may go as physics goes. And right now, physics is going off. 19 kills here as we begin round number 14.
Seems like it's a little bit of a slower push on the side from attackers. They have not yet determined their site they want to push or where to push through just yet, as Dragonfly is coming around with the Classic. You do see physics on the Spectre. Classic versus Spectre. I have to see who's going to take that. It's Aldrin does take out Dragonfly. Only having that Classic as what he takes out Rio.
Careful now.
2 kills to begin now for Ryerson, and no response thus far for Oregon State as Neon falls. Physics finding another kill. The spike is down here on the B side, and now the hunt is on. Ryerson looks for these last 2 remaining Oregon State players. And the job right now, if you're Ryerson, don't get overexcited, don't get over antsy. Just clutch out, finish out this round, tie things up.
Remaining.
As we see Kylus with the shooting. Seriously, steps through the door, gets shut down.
And no one dying on that team side. Getting that team ace. Jay ending it up with Custard. Now 7-7. Well, it looked like to be a great start at the end of that half for the side of Oregon. It's now being turned around by Ryerson.
This goes here.
Yeah. And it's really something to say about how well they're performing as a team, right? It's like when everybody on the team gets a kill and everybody gets to step forward, look good, you know the team is starting to gel well together. I mentioned right before that, I said, well, it looks like Ryerson goes the way that physics goes. But you see what happens, and what that really means is that when that top fragger starts to play well and they start to go off, the rest of the team feeds off of that energy. They find their angles, they find their shots, and the entire team becomes more dangerous, tougher to take in these fights. As we see, again, it's physics who gets the first kill of the round, taking out series. Now, Oregon State forced to be a bit passive here as Dragonfly has that camera out. Look to get that information.
They do have the player advantage, but you know, sometimes even having that player advantage does not mean you're gonna win that round. As we do see Dragonfly going through wallbang to Jay. Did we get another one? If anything, we did get a lot of damage on Jet. Maybe not the kill, but we did get to see all that damage.
Oh wow! I would have loved to see if we could get a replay on Rio's shock dart there. Traveled over the space and got that kill. Now here's Rio, another kill there. Taking out physics before Woody gets him, and Neon takes out Woody. So that round saved here for Oregon State. Let's say a lot to do with how well Rio has been playing. Again, got another kill with the Odin, and this time adding a little bit of utility usage as well, as Oregon State takes the lead back, and Dragonfly wisely retrieves the Odin for his Sova. Be polite. Get your Sovas, Odin, please. Don't make them rebuy it. It's very expensive.
As there we go. And we see in Rio again on this. Now switching from the Ares to the Odin, getting a little upgrade right there, getting that penetration going, getting those wall bangs hopefully in this next round. As we go in 8-7, going into the 16th round. Series waiting for anyone to come through that B garage, but Rio behind him, not caring, having the LMG just going through the wall. Just making sure no one comes through garage.
It's a strong defense now being put up here as we see Rio laying down more pressure with that Odin.
As long as no one backs up to garage area, they're not going to get blasted by a wall of bullets.
Jay gets turned off of that running back. Physics takes out series again.
Neon just getting the kill barely. I don't. Did you see how close that was, Eli? Did you see the angle on that?
Last player standing.
It is. Oh, look at Alden there. But look at who is it? Sova and Sova. Oh my god, that was almost ridiculous. But they gave away the position.
They gave away their position.
They weren't ready. Alden thought Rio was further away, thought they had time to set up, get some intel, and Rio said, no, me and the Allfather want the smoke right now. Step forward and be judged as Rio salvages another round for Oregon State. It is 9-7 for them as they are looking really strong. And while I did not bet on any of the, I did not participate in the poll, I did read the chat and I did see that Oregon State was not a popular pick. So if the result holds, and Dragonfly would love that, they get the kill there on Jay. Gonna be a couple members of our chat very happy with quite a bit of channel points to the name. Neon gets the kill there on Physics, avenging their fallen member. Custer takes out Woody, and it is a 4-2 advantage again here. Oregon State looking very promising for this round.
We do see him posting up in their plant sites, which is being really good, pushing the last two members back, keeping them close to spawn here. Have not yet made a decision of where they want to go. Looks like even if they do go A, we do have Neon. If they do go short, Neon is sitting there on that corner ready, and being the gamer that she is, gets the healing, but not able to clean up for that second kill. Only having one player now left with 88 HP, 25 health. Be really quick for Neon to go through having that Odin.
I see Rio here would love to just be able to get another kill. Alden taps it down, tries to fake the plant, but honestly, at that point, Oregon State smelled the blood in the water. They circle around, they get the kill, and they're up 10-7. Been a hefty swing now towards Oregon State since we were tied up. They're looking very strong. You see the economy now for Ryerson as they buy in. Physics will be saving money on a weapon as they are going to load up with that Blaze Storm again. Physics has gone to get the first kill in the majority of these rounds that Ryerson hasn't won. Now with the Blaze Storm up, you know they want to do it again, and you know Ryerson wants to halt this momentum, stop the bleeding, and get themselves set up. As Physics Blaze Storm does go online. That's once again Rio.
Rio just... It doesn't matter, he just wasted ammo to kill somebody.
Right, damn my fortifications. I gotta know.
Full speed ahead, waste the ammo. As gets killed from Rio's Hunter's Fury, but still able to put down the spike, which is good for his team.
I think Rio just needs a knife kill, and they'll have Yahtzee at this point. We see the Hunter's Fury, they've gotten kills with the Shock Dart, they've gotten kills with the Odin. Why not Rio got it? Oh, but there's Series taking out Physics. There's a turnabout that Oregon State would love to see, as Physics had been giving Series quite a bit of trouble early on. This time it's Series who's able to get the kill, and the defuse comes through immediately.
One enemy remaining.
Ryerson falling apart, it seems like. Even as they get the frags here to end this round, it's bloodthirsty, but the objective goes the way of Oregon State. They win another round, and they're up 11-7. And you gotta know, if you're Oregon State, they would love to just trade out kills every single round if it'll end like that one. They don't care. Man, what are you thinking? What is happening now for Oregon State that they are able to jump out to this lead and look so good as we get closer, perhaps, to the end of this map?
I think, you know, what's really shown, and even though it might, we're making jokes about it, but Rio having that Odin and really just cutting off what seems to be a half of the map, just with continuously blasting those doors on the garage side, that's really limiting where they go. Or if they all get stuck on C, you don't want to go back through B, you have to go all the way long around A. So I think Rio really having that Odin is changing the game up entirely for their team, as Jay does get 2 kills with some good frags. But yeah. I really think Rio has changed the game for his team.
Indeed he has. Now he may be able to find Jay if he can get some intel to let him know to let that Odin go through. And there it is. They're still running back there from Jay, so that's gonna alert them that he's nearby. He's gonna try to get some kills. He won't. Are they able to punish the respawn? It looks like no. But all the same, Dragonfly killing Alden there leaves Jay all alone, and it's Custard to get the kill. This defuse will be no problem. And now we are on match point here for Oregon State. They are looking really strong.
12-7, and we're gonna see Rio again with that Odin. And if he goes on the side of B Garage, he's gonna be cutting off. I want to say, I guess half map is a little much, but at least he is cutting off that quarter and pushing them to sizes where they might be uncomfortable, and that is helping for sure. You know, of course, it's not just Rio. It's not. There's no, just I and team. Rio's definitely, but he's definitely cutting that side off, and it's changing the game.
Oh yeah, well they're definitely leaning on him for the defense, that's what you want from Sova and from the Odin though, right? That's what the idea is to get a very powerful weapon on an agent who can see at angles that a lot of other agents can't, and allow them to do work. But it's the rest of Oregon State who are rallying around Rio, really not asking them to do too much, but instead just do what you would be expected.
And as we're looking at Rio, I didn't see that he got rid of the Odin.
This looks like dropped it for a Phantom for this round. We'll have to see how that plays out right now. As you can see, Ryerson hemmed up towards the middle here. They want to make their way up through the garage. So it's Jay who takes out Rio with the molly. So it's a trade there as Jay and Rio both fall.
Very surprising that we're not seeing Rio with the Odin, as he was very strong with the Odin, and it was really helping his team out. But this could just be a different... Oh, but Dragonfly now has it.
That's what it was. It had been swapped around, and now... Oh, Dragonfly, yes, turn back around. There's some targets for you, buddy. They can't see them. They don't know it like we know it. But if that intel gets out, if Dragonfly gets word, there it goes.
Dragonfly gets one.
Oh, two. They get two. And now it's all over but the crying here as the kills come through, and it is Oregon State who takes it 13-7 by Odin's beard. They are looking incredibly good.
Definitely. They definitely turned it around for themselves, coming into a deficit. And then straight up saying, nah, that was the true Uno reverse card right there. Going into that one, they flipped it around for themselves as Physics being that top fragger for their team, 25-14. But I don't even want to say, just Physics being that, because we saw a whole bunch. Did I just screw up the team? I didn't screw up the team, did I?
That was Physics for Ryerson.
Ryerson, yeah, my bad. But we did see Oregon. Yes, talking about Oregon, my brain switched too fast. But we did see, of course, Neon and all, and top three, especially even Rio, maybe not getting that many kills, but having that defensive with the Odin, like I said, cutting out that quarter of the map, or just pushing them into spots that they didn't like to be pushed. Just having a straight wall of bullets will push anyone anywhere you wanted them to go. They'll just dance in front of you if you will shoot it at their feet.
Yep. I think looking at this and what we saw was just, Oregon State, a very well-balanced side. You look at that, only one member of the team sub 500 as far as KDA. And even then, it's so close. It's a narrow margin, which means it's very hard to find the weakness in that side. Ryerson struggled with it all match, just trying to find a spot to set up and get comfortable. And when you're not able to do that, when each member of the team is ready and willing to take fights and they rotate in order through, you put people in a position to shine. It was Rio, but it was also Custard, it was Series, it was Neon. It was a group effort for Oregon State as they overcome Physics' hot gun and get this win. But there's a lot of Valorant left to be played for both of these teams. We'll see them again, later on this season. And Ryerson will look to get things figured out, and Oregon State will look to keep that balanced approach going. But for us, we will be taking a quick break as we reset and get ready for our third and final match of the night, that between the University of Houston,
there it is,
Texas A&M. It is a Lone Star showdown as a couple of Texas schools look to battle it out here at the Collegiate Valorant League. I'm Eli Curry, joined by OG Bent, and we will see you all on the other side of this break.
See you real soon.
You know I've never felt this weightless. If anything, it's you that caused this. When I keep falling through my heart cracks, it's you that turns around this whole mess. I try to fight my way through darkness. If anything, it's you that stopped this. When I'm surrounded by the heartless, it's you that turns around this whole mess.
Living by the wayside, distant thoughts are getting high. Head feels heavy and I'm blurry-eyed. This all I
Welcome back, you filthy Valorant casuals, to the Collegiate Valorant League, hosted by the Gamers EDU, hosted by moi. I am your part-time host / full-time boosted Iron Rank player, Queen B. We are getting into our third and our last match of the night between Houston versus Texas A&M. But before we get into the collegiate, high-octane Valorant action, I did want to welcome all of our teams either into or back into the league. We have built this CVL community because honestly, there needs to be more safe and positive, safe spaces on Twitch that prioritize mental health. So we are happy to be that for you guys, and we're even happier to welcome you guys into our family. And a big part of our family is our sponsors. So we do have to give a big, warm thank you to them. Thank you, HyperX, our exclusive headset sponsor for the CVL. Thank you for keeping the Gamers EDU staff looking funky, looking flirty in our new headsets. And thank you to all of the sponsors that I didn't mention tonight. Ritual Motion, Team IQ, all of you, along with our other sponsors, are helping make all of this happen, and we couldn't be more grateful. We are so, so, so excited to kick off season 2 with all of you guys aboard. We couldn't picture a better way to do that. So make sure, if anything that I said intrigued you guys, make sure that you check out our sponsors in the panels down below. You'll find exclusive discount codes and offers made specifically for our community and our community alone. So make sure you take full advantage of that. And also down below, you're going to find our Instagram, our Discord, and our Twitter. You guys are busy with midterms and exams. You don't want to have to keep track of when your favorite teams are playing. So let us do that for you. Toss us a follow and we'll let you know on our stories, or we'll let you know in our tweets, and you won't have to worry about that anymore. And now I am going to pass over the invisible mic back to your casters for the night, Eli the Curry and the OG Bent. I have been your host, Queen V. You can check me out at twitch.tv/QueenVisLame. I stream Valorant every Sunday. It's not as good as what you're about to see, but we'll laugh, we'll gab, we'll have a good time. And I will see you guys in chat right after this commercial break. So I will see you guys later. Bye.
Where's all the lovers with desire hiding? Missing the chance to transform something basic. Where's all the mistakes? Making judgments from skyscrapers. All these days we stand against them. Don't allow them to break you. You're amazing the way you are. I can see those tears falling, but don't allow them to. Don't allow them to break you. You're amazing the way you are. I can see those tears are falling, but don't allow them to. don't allow them to. Don't allow them to break you. You're amazing the way you are. I can see those tears are falling, but don't allow them to. But don't allow them to. Don't allow them to. Don't allow them to. Living by the wayside, distant thoughts are getting high. Head was heavy and I'm blurry-eyed. That's all I know. The pace feels fast. I need it. Without you here, I feel so alone. Energy still depleted. Trying to find a glimmer of hope. Will you look into my eyes and tell me it'll be alright? For my mind is in an eternal fight with stuff sometimes. I wonder where you are tonight. I wonder where you are tonight. When the demons hold us so tight. I wonder where you are tonight. I wonder where you are been focusing on healing my fractured soul from all the harm and pain I was concealing. But the storm has come before the calm. Will you look into my eyes and tell me it'll be alright? For my mind is in an eternal fight with stuff sometimes.
You know I've never felt this weightless. If anything, it's you that caused this. When I keep falling through my heart cracks, it's you that turns around this whole mess. I try to fight my way through darkness. If anything, it's you that stopped this. When I'm surrounded by the heartless, it's you that turns around this whole mess.
Where's all the lovers with decided? Missing the chance to transform something basic. Where's all the mistakes? Making judgments from skyscrapers. All these days we stand against them. Don't allow them to break you. You're amazing the way you are. I can see those tears falling, but don't allow them to. Don't allow them to break you. You're amazing the way you are. I can see those tears are falling, but don't allow them to. Don't allow them to. Don't allow them to break you. You're amazing the way you are. I can see those tears are falling, but don't allow them to. But don't allow them to. Don't allow them to.
All right.
That's why we're
Welcome
back.
back. Yes, to our final match of the night here at the Collegiate Valorant League, brought to you by the Gamers EDU. First, we want to take a moment to thank all of our wonderful partners and sponsors for their aid in helping us bring you this Valorant action tonight. Shouts out to MSI, CEV, California
HyperX.
State University, Entertainment Alliance, HyperX, of course, as well as AIM Labs, Ritual Motion, and Radiant.gg. Without them, we would not be doing this. And so we do want to take just a moment and thank all of those sponsors for their efforts to help us bring to you this action. We also want to say thank you to all the viewers who have been tuning in with us over the past couple of hours as we get closer and closer to this, our final match. It is a Texas showdown here as we have the University of Houston. I didn't forget, Ben. You thought I'd forget. I didn't forget.
I didn't say you were going to forget. I'm just saying you might have said Georgia or something, you know?
No, man. They played in the second game. No, I was kidding. It's the first game. Anyway, it is going to be the University of Houston going up against Texas A&M as we see those two teams getting ready to end our night just as we are loaded in. I do believe we're going to have the University of Houston opening up this round on the attacking side. Texas A&M will be taking the defensive positions. So we're just waiting for the teams to get all settled, situated, and then we will begin our final match tonight.
That's right. We will be getting into it. I think I've seen Houston play before. Have you seen any of the teams play?
No, this will be my first time getting to see these two teams play.
Yeah, I remember seeing Houston, and they were, if I can remember right, they did win the one match I watched. Yeah, I did. I remember watching it. So they did win the one match that I watched. I think I actually watched them twice. They fell into a lower seed, I think. Either way, I know they won, and in both matches they played very strong. And I think I want to say they might have a battle stage. If they have a battle stage, I will be happy to watch that as well. Battle stage
You've been calling for this battle stage now for 2 matches. I would love to see it myself. I'm a big fan of support agents, and I think what Sage brings to, what she brings to the party as far as her ability to lock off portions of the map, and of course that resurrection. She's a very unique hero. It's very, very exciting to see her when she does pop off. But for all of that, we'll need to make sure we have all the players in the queue.
Yeah, we are. I'm not sure what's going on. We are waiting to see what's going on. So we don't have any information yet, but this is the perfect segue into what I love talking about is food. I love talking about food. I don't know why, but I had to say I did get an air fryer today. I put pizza and cheesy bread in there, and it was amazing.
Sounds nice. You mentioned an air fryer, but then you went to get a milkshake, and I was like, you use the air fryer to make the milkshake?
No, I just made a protein shake into the most probably unhealthy thing by adding heavy cream instead of milk. Well, I added both. And I know this is going to destroy me later, but it's all good because...
Man, you can appreciate it going in, you can suffer through whatever comes out, and you'll be better for it, right?
Exactly. And honestly, I feel like my face is probably just going to get real fat, get my neck, get a couple things going on because this air fryer, I'm going to be eating fries, potatoes, pizza, all the 9 yards. I love it.
All right. Looks like we have a bit of a quick substitution here. One of the players, looks like for Houston, was actually making sure they needed to get themselves subbed in. But Houston has found their sub, and so we do have 2 full teams, thankfully, which is good because y'all don't want to hear Eli the Curry talk about food because it's actually pretty boring. I like hot wings and I drink too much lemonade. But this isn't about me or my food preferences. This is about the Valorant action. And we are getting closer to being ready to start.
I was actually, in the air fryer, it says you can cook a whole steak. I don't know how that would work, but it says you can cook a whole steak. I don't like my steak well done or anything, but I like it rare.
Same, man. You're the one with the air fryer, man. You can go get some steak.
I might try it. I might make my own Chipotle. I might open up my own business. One air fryer.
Have you ever had chicken fried steak?
Chicken fried steak. I think I have.
Yeah, like deep fried steak. Have you never had that?
I don't know if I've ever had. Nope, never mind. I don't think I've had. I've had deep fried chicken. I don't think I've had deep fried steak.
Chicken fried steak, man, with some gravy, some good mashed potatoes, man. Oh, let me tell you, that is actually a good way to go. Now you got me actually talking about food, but I have not had chicken fried steak in some time.
You know what? Now you make me want. I want to get some. I want to get some bacon, some waffles, chicken, steak. Oh my God, you're just getting me hungry. I just had a freaking milkshake. or a protein milkshake to hopefully not get hungry. And it did not work at all.
It didn't work. You talked yourself into food.
I'm just glad I'm still like able just to digest it all, and it doesn't. It's like ever since basically the beginning of the year is like my goal by the end of this year is to get 180 and be like nicely toned out and stuff. And I've already lost more weight than I did last year because I've been working out and stuff. I'm like, how am I losing weight? I'm not even trying to lose weight. I'm trying to bulk up. I don't know. My body's weird.
Yeah, man. The intake got to be very precise about that type of thing. So we all encourage you to be healthy with your decisions. If you're going to add heavy cream and milk to your protein shake, please know whether or not your body can handle the heavy cream and the milk. I could not. That amount of dairy would just wipe me out 100%. But
well, we'll have to see how long I make it through this. Who knows?
if you go dark, bet we'll know to blame it on the milkshake. We'll put it on the cream.
I mean, it's only heavy cream. The other milk I used was almond milk. And what's weird is, I'm a little lactose intolerant, so maybe the heavy cream might affect me a little bit. And it's like I'm allergic to nuts, but I can drink almond milk, so who knows?
That is a concoction fraught with risk. Regardless, we are ready now to begin. As we finally are able to get all of our players loaded in, all of our students here. As you can see, we are going to have Texas A&M on the defense to start out with. Houston will be on the attacking side as we see these agents loading in. All matches for today being played on Haven, so no surprise there. And so far in agent selection, not much of a surprise either. We see Sova, Phoenix, at least the outline of one, as well as Jet, Killjoy, and Omen here on the side of Texas A&M. For Houston, we see Cypher, Omen, Phoenix, Reyna, and Sova. So a little bit of difference here. One side running Jet, the other looking to add Reyna to the roster. But all things, as well as Helm's there on Killjoy as opposed to having a Cypher. So a little bit of difference as far as your defensive agent selection as well. And we'll see how that goes as this match gets underway.
Yeah, it seems like we've seen for the most part between all these matches is the same characters. And, for being a match Haven, being, of course, like one of the first maps you start off, even just playing this game, it makes sense. It makes sense. This is a very vanilla map, and you would expect to have just the normal amount of characters, or the normal, like, go-to characters.
Yeah, well, you need your agent layout to do a couple of things, right? You need them to be able to cover for each other. You need them to be able to cover and execute well themselves. And you need the overall synergy to be strong. You need agents that are able to react to a variety of situations. So I'm not surprised to see, something like a Jet, something like Phoenix. I'm not surprised to see Sova or Omen. These are agents who all do, really strong things. And then you have a couple of picks that are a little bit more niche, where Reyna kind of suits, if you have someone who is a heavy fragger and they're looking to get involved in a lot of fights. Well, that's something that Reyna does a little bit better than a Jet maybe, or a Raze. Or you have someone who is more patient, more calculated, perhaps they communicate well. Well, you look to put them on Cypher so that they can get the cams up and call out positions to the rest of the team with the type of thoughtful awareness that you would hope from that agent. As we do get underway with this pistol round, a reminder that the teams are playing to 13 rounds. They will alternate sides between attacking and defending. As we see now, it is Houston going out here, and it looks like it's going to be a push into the A site. Helm's sentry bot does fall, so that's going to let them know the action is heading over towards the A site.
The alert bot does go off, allowing them to know where it's Helm's already starting off really strong, getting that first kill on Lee Munwee. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. I'm just gonna call you Lee. Make it easy for me.
Yeah, it's funny. I played a lot of Dynasty Warriors, but the English version of Dynasty Warriors is crappy pronunciation. So my brain sees that as Lee Munwee, and I'm not even sure that is correct either. So can't even judge you. Regardless, it was an opening kill for Helms.
Spike planted.
The spike does eventually find its way down here. Not before Houston is able to even things up 3-3. Still goes out there, throws the molly down instead of using it potentially as a healing factor, but they don't get a chance as Kula gets a kill there.
Ooh, and that was
that's taking out Helms.
a bad drop right there, as we do see Texas taking the first round.
And a
Yeah,
Kula
well,
there.
I guess they're both Texas, so.
Yeah,
And,
that is Houston taking the first round.
Oh, Houston, my bad.
Yes,
Really?
yes, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking at the wrong side.
Bear with us here again. First time for us seeing a lot of these teams, so names and agents gonna take some time. But I know that all of our students have no problem getting ready to introduce themselves as they get ready to make the big plays and make things happen. For Houston, it's an early start on a very methodical opening round. It was an A-site push, but it was quite slow. So we see now Aggro getting pushed here with the Bucky out. Doesn't get the kill there. Akula once again getting a kill, and then a second on Dill. A much more aggressive push into the C site here for them. Houston loves what they're seeing right now as they get the spike down.
Recalling my bot.
And now A&M must figure out how they're going to get this retake down to agents.
I mean, they look pretty well. They are covering their flanks, which a lot of time we just see them all 5 stack on C. The flanks are barely covered here and there. But now we do see Lee covering his flank with the ghost, going for that, checking his corners. There is the Killjoy in that corner.
Oh, nice
Hit the
there.
corner
Got the
kill.
peek. Oh, very surprised Helms wasn't able to see that and respond. But Damn does well to get 2 kills there, even as they fall. That's a slight, there's a little bit of what am I gonna say, a consolation prize there. You get a couple of kills, you earn a little bit of money for yourself. But nevertheless, it is now 2-0 for Houston. So they get off to a fast start.
Are we gonna see Lee buy a gun this round? We are gonna see Lee buy a gun. He did have a pistol that last round, and even though everyone else had something.
Yep, it's all rifles now for University of Houston. It's funny as we were loading into this and getting ready, Texas A&M perhaps talking a little bit of friendly trash talk about the late sub for Houston. But all members of Houston have gotten kills thus far. Texas A&M still with a couple of members without it as Helms once again falls. Kula has gotten the first blood now in a couple of rounds, and this is what you want out of your arena. This is the aggression and execution you're looking for. As Houston once again gets the spike down and they retreat here, as they look to once again execute a strong hold on the C site.
As Pure being the only one on the site, definitely I like their strategy. Seeing that only really one person is on the site, keeping that spike, watched and making sure people are pretty much off of it. As everyone else is kind of back, watching the flank. And if he does die, they can all just funnel in shots right to the spike.
Look at Koi there taking out Dan before the teleport can go through. At this point, with the spike that far gone, members of both teams just forced to vacate the area. Houston looking really strong here, 3-0. They have thus far really avoided the majority of the efforts that Texas A&M is looking to put in. Aggro hasn't been able to get anything going. Jim Jones fan also struggling to get off the schneid. Damn got 2 kills in 1 round, but it was basically a moot point. It was a consolation prize. So if you think about the action right now, Texas A&M has not been able to get any real pressure mounted on these Houston attacks. It's been into the site, plant, and then post up for Houston now. As they look to go up 4-0 here.
There we go, the Reyna again.
Bastard.
But Era,
Yeah, Aggro this time able to get the kill there with the shorty. Not able to escape as it is a smart and effective revenge tactic here for Houston.
Spike planted.
And even though Aggro was able to get a kill, what's that?
I was gonna say, well, there we go. We see Houston pulling back again and doing the same strategy that they are doing, and it seems like Texas just is not able to find a way to get around it.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised to see Texas A&M stacking up again in the positions that they were. There were a lot of shotguns for them here. We see Dill able to do well with that Phantom, but there's just been kind of a missing an exit situation now. We're gonna get pressure here.
Look at that. You see Eric hitting Dill, and that's what I was pointing out before. Is just if the Omen did go down on Spike, they are all funneled right there, and they could just shoot on Spike.
And there it is again. So another round lost for Texas A&M with 2 members of the team up and standing. And it's all well and good. They're saving their guns. They're saving some money for not having to rebuy. But right now, Texas A&M is getting caught flat-footed at the beginning of all of these rounds, right? We saw Aggro get a kill to start out with, and that was good, but they weren't able to get out. And then there was no one to follow up. So basically, Houston trades, they trade an agent to make it 4v4 for a clean plant. And once like you said, once they plant there on the C site, they're ready and able to defend it as the spike goes off there for the second round in a row. Now, Aggro on the operator, they won't be taking the short corner this round.
And we already see Texas pulling off C.
Joke's over. You're
We
dead.
see Texas pulling off C, and there we go again. We see him going into the plant site. Cypher having the plant this time as Pure back in the same spot. Looks like Cypher's probably going to go for the plant, get that down, and then we're going to see the same thing happen again.
And it's just a little surprising, right? Aggro has the operator. You'd have thought they would be watching down that lane to cut C off. Maybe that was the reason why I thought they had it. Instead, Aggro doesn't set up until the spike is already down. If you're lead now, you can really just hold this. Let they peek out and they pay the price there. BNS who gets one, Akula gets one, but they are alone in that. Aggro pops the ult and gets a kill. It's expensive there. That ultimate will go to use just to get 1 kill at the end of a round that was nearly won. But Texas A&M does get off the schneid. They get themselves situated.
Now we're going to have to see, is Houston going to keep the momentum? Is this one wretch and the Kinks going to really ruin the system, or are they just going to keep on being able to push through, maybe change up the strategy just a little bit? We are seeing, again, another strong C push already. Most of the time we see a lot of teams, switching it up at least between A and C. But this time we're just seeing straight C for the 6th round in a row.
Yeah. Well, if it isn't broke, you don't fix it, right?
That is true.
If you find an opening and you feel like you're strong enough to push that, you do. But this time we see Aggro has set up here on that C site with the operator. They're seeing that shot here, but that's gonna cause a little bit of a commotion there as you see Akula fall again. And Aggro not able to reset up there. It's Koi pushing up very aggressively to get that kill and even things up. And Houston will once again get the spike down in that C site. That's closer to what we were looking for. But all the same, despite Aggro's living up to their name, being very aggressive, looks like the rest of Texas A&M is getting a little bit. They're taking a bit more time to get situated as we see that Killjoy ult goes up, but Lee there gets the kill on Dill. Killjoy ult looks to go off. Helms takes out Koi after they fell. Damn, Jim Jones fan might have a fight here on their hands if they're ready to look, but the smoke will go away, and it was VNS who knew the timer better. They get 2. And Houston now goes up 5-1 on the back of DNS's double kill there.
It looks like they were able to get some of that WD-40, spray it all in there, take that wrench out, and go right back to it. I would assume, if I was on the side of Texas right now, I would assume that they're going to go another hard C push. And this is the time you should be setting up your utilities. And they do have a Killjoy, set up some turrets, set up the swarm grenades. Get that stuff going and really try to stop their C push. Their C push is really what's pushing them forward into winning this so far, and almost taking this first half and taking that almost the half of the half.
And it is another C push, and you see there Aggro's pushed up. It's 3 agents on the site this time as opposed to 1, and there's Damn with another double kill. Aggro got 1 as well, and so despite having a very harsh eco disadvantage, it is strong positioning from Texas A&M that gets them the opening lead in this round.
Last player standing.
As Dill is able to fall VNS here, Lee, maybe you can make something happen. If you can see what we can see, you'd have a shot. But instead, it's Texas A&M with the thrifty as they call out, like we said, C site, C site, C site, C site this time.
And now
it was broken.
Yes, it was broken for them. It does look like they're going to go for an A push. I'm assuming Texas might still think they will go C, so they're still going to set up for that. And as soon as they don't see him going to C, I would assume they're going to go for a full rotation A.
Yeah, well, if you remember the very first round, that pistol round, That's where Houston, they did stack up and then go to A. So you leave your Killjoy on A site. Their job is to get the word out, let everybody know if that's what's happening. And it looks like I think Helms did see what they wanted to see, or at least hear it. As we see now, moving into the A site is Houston, but this time it looks like the response will be there.
Planted.
The aggro gets a shot off, but it was a run it back ult anyway. Wouldn't have really amounted to much at that point.
And
Spike goes down.
Something I am seeing, with these two teams, they are very aggressive.
Yeah, very, very fast movement out of both sides.
And we haven't seen anyone really take any for those first couple, get that first frag yet. We're waiting for someone to push in as aggro does get the first, Helms gets the second.
All Texas A&M to start out with. The Hunter Tree does come through from Lee. Remember, the spike is down. DNS gets a kill and another two. The spike is down. It's gonna go off here as Dill gets the kill, but they don't have time, and they do fall spike as well.
Already 6-2. Already 8 rounds in. So we have 4 more rounds to go. We'll have to see if Houston's gonna keep continuing this momentum push. And we saw already C being as a very strong push for them. So A, they started to struggle a little bit. So we'll have to see if they either switch it up, go back to it, or try to keep the other team on their toes.
Right, you kind of want to bounce back, like you mentioned, back and forth. Keep both teams, keep your opponents on their toes. This time they push out here in the C. Aggro misses the first shot.
There.
Now you need your Reyna, you need your Omen to make things awkward here as Aggro gets the kill there on Koi. Eric Appleson does get the punish there, and that's the situation as it usually is. Aggro has done well in the C site, but the backup hasn't gotten there fast enough to save their life. And so now it's 4v4 with the spike down. And it's another C site setup here for Houston.
And just like that, yeah, exactly the same thing. They're just going to have 1 to 2 people on that spike. The rest are going to be down in the hallway. And if those 2 people go down, all they got to do is just continuously fire into that site area and take anyone off if who tries to get on it.
There's some good shooting there. VNS is able to take out Jim Jones as Lee gets 2 kills there. And Houston gets another round. They'll be able to reclaim that operator just as soon as they find it. Oh no, nobody got it. All right, the operator's gone. There's 5,000 credits just evaporated in the air.
And just like that, gone. It's just like water on a hot sunny day in Arizona. Just poof.
There you go. And I'm curious as to that too, because this has been they've been very focused on the C side, has Houston, right? So the choice to leave that operator, a weapon that can really dominate that alley towards C, and nothing going there, nothing doing there. We'll see what the case is as you see this time Aggro once again playing the short game here, and they do get
with that Blade Storm. What a great opening as well. We have, and that's the thing we have been seeing. We got Jim Jones now.
One enemy
with the
remaining.
Bucky getting 2. And that's what we've been missing from the side of Texas, is those great openings and following up with those trades.
What a job there. I know that they are both in Texas. I know both schools are located in Texas, but seeing the way Jim Jones handling that Bucky, you might have to wonder if he's a winter soldier. He gets 2 kills with a shotty and saves that round. Again, it's another round with a tremendous eco disadvantage that Texas A&M pulls out. And it's like you mentioned, they stacked up there on the C site, right? They were there ready to back up Aggro. We'll have to see how it plays out here. It's a much different coordination. Once again, Helms is pushed back towards the A site. Aggro's looking to go around. And see how things go. They get the kill on VNS. Killjoy ult basically says A site is not open for business today. Please check in later.
Leave a message for a later date.
Now you hear Akula's Empress ult going off here. Dill in the line of fire, throws the flash out. Doesn't find anything and has to back up, give up that space as the B site goes open. The run it back ult goes out and falls. But Helm is the one who gets Koi there.
One enemy remaining.
As Aggro gets another kill. and is able to throw the smoke here, get the defuse going. There's only one member left here. If Lee can't get to this very quickly, there's one. They need to move fast. They get the second in time.
He gets
Keeping
it.
this round open. It's at the halfway point, and they are pinched there. Helms does a great job moving around the side as Dan moves straight towards the spike. Helm fanned around and got the kill. Lee keeping it interesting, but all the same, Texas A&M puts together 2 rounds in a row, and right here before halftime with the chance to shorten this lead to only 2 rounds.
Turret out.
Yes.
We'll have to see how they are. We going to go for that B
Here.
push? They did get taken out of A, and that caused them to go to B. And B is a hard place to hold. You know, having so many different ways to come in, and it's a weird place to hold for sure.
Absolutely. Now we find the situation here is both sides load for bear. The last round of this half. It's been a pretty quick half, all things considered. You mentioned that the aggression is high on both of these sides. It's a battle for the heart of Texas. Wages on. Well, that said, a little bit more patient here is
Joke's over.
Kula gets the kill there on Dill. Phoenix ult comes out here as Lee gets the plant down, and it's Aggro who will be taken out from behind VNS with the superior positioning. You take that fight 100% of the time if you can get it, and now 3-5, the odds are heavily against Texas A&M.
And just as I say, you know, B is a really hard thing to hold. They're there to prove me wrong. And like, yeah, we're just gonna go B anyways.
Yeah, there it is in the B site. Jim Jones fan is able to take out Kula. We get the Hunter's Fury ult here. There's Eric Appleson getting a kill. They're spraying down through the smoke.
There's 2 Hunter's Furies going on at the same time.
Player standing.
Just damn left, and all he can do is just try to take as many people with him, but the spike will go off. And here we are, Houston now up 8-4 as we move into the second half. What do you see out of Houston thus far, Bent, that you think has pushed them to get this lead?
So I mean, if you have it, it's right there. It's there. It's, you know, it's like we saw in the beginning how they just totally rushed C, bombarded it, and you saw that strategy how they left one person on the spike, had the rest be able to funnel in all their shots just in case that one guy did go down. We saw that at the beginning that really shot them forward. Those couple of rounds, 3-4 rounds. Then when we saw that didn't, when they saw that didn't work for them right there, they were able to change it up. You know, really switch their strategy without losing, you know, too many ticks on that clock. You know, it's like just they were able to switch it up without, you know, skipping a beat.
Well, they'll need to find something here as the initial frags go all the way up Texas A&M.
Last player standing.
Jim Jones fan taking out Lee. Jim Jones fan is woken up here for Texas A&M, making things look good. So Eric Appleson is able to move by there. Not able to win that fight with Dill. Perhaps start a miraculous comeback. Nothing doing here. And Texas A&M gets the first round of the second half. That's a good start for them. That's what they like. We saw how close up Akula was pushed up there for Houston. We noted the aggression they had when they were attacking. Perhaps that aggression pouring through here on the defensive end. And you have to wonder if that is exactly what is called for in this situation. Coy sits on the sheriff.
I guess Koi got out.
Yeah, no, decided not to. It's going to be a save from them. The eco rounds were very strong for Texas A&M. You know, Houston would love to match that energy. Coy gets the opening kill and now can. Oh, no,
Ooh,
gets
but
taken
the
out by
shock dart. Yep, the shock dart takes him out.
Yeah, got him done before he could heal. That was good movement there. And some strong decision making to get Coy out of the way before they could heal up and be ready for a second fight. With that said, though, it doesn't open up any doors. Now, the situation basically the same here after that initial trade-off. Texas A&M still needing to find an opening to get themselves into one of these sites, get the spike down, and try to get closer to winning this map.
We're still seeing them in spawn, and if they're not careful, we do see already people going around, and we do see Akula going around, and if they're not paying attention, they're gonna get that flank on them.
And with that Sentinel drone going out just like that, right before Akula turns the corner, now this is looking like it may be
30 seconds
a
left.
pure flank. If nobody is ready for this, there's going to be kill number 1, and that's going to alert Texas A&M to the situation, but it's a dire one, right? They're pinched, and they've got to move fast.
Right, and everyone just waited. Yeah, he was runnable.
Remaining.
And then Dill takes out Lee. So look at that, the quick movement for Texas A&M. They're ready for the fights. They win those 2, and now they've got a great position set up here.
I don't know.
And it looks like Eric is unfortunately having technical issues, so he's actually AFK. So this round will go the way of Texas A&M, as Eric is unable to participate and will not be getting a ninja defuse unless this is like a massively, basically against the rules, big brain play. But it's not. Eric is actually unfortunately not here right now. So.
It looks like Eric might have DC'd.
Yeah. Oh, now Helms. Now, was that necessary? Well, we will get this timeout now as Texas A&M pulls closer here. 6-8. They've fought their way back now. It was looking a little grim for them now, but on the attacking side, they're looking all right. They're looking strong. What do you think they did here at the beginning of the second half to get themselves closer to tying things up?
I mean, we have seen... gosh, my brain just went blank. We have seen, we did see Houston being very strong on the attacking side, being able to rush into those points, take control, make the defenders become the offenders, and use that defense to their advantage. And now we're seeing it, on the other side, and Houston seems to be that team who wants to be super, it wants to be that oppressing team where they want to be able to push out, get those kills, and just be done with it and wipe out the team. But Texas, this might be where they thrive on that attacking side. And, just Houston not really used to being on that defending side this might be where we see Texas finally coming back. We could see this game go in overtime as well.
Very possible. It's the two sides. Oh, wait, Eric's hopefully able to get through those technical issues. As we do know, a lot of people in Texas have been going through quite a month. There's been some difficult times down there, and we wish the best for health and safety for everyone who has been affected by that terrible winter storm and all the things going down. It's good to see a couple of schools out in that area able to connect back online and kind of get things back to what we call normalcy. As it's been a really topsy-turvy past 16 or so months. But
yeah, I mean, March was last month, right?
Basically.
March
it's next month and last month. Yeah.
And March has been a real long month.
All that said, throughout the course of this situation, we've been happy to bring Valorant to your homes and thankful for you inviting us back into yours. It does look like we are getting the word that we are good to go once again. Houston fully ready and able. Eric Appleson back at it as we begin round number 15.
It could have been, that could also affect, we are, working over wires and internet, and if there is some sort of lag or DC, it could definitely really affect a game. So we'll have to see here if Houston starts turning around, maybe, with the DC and, lag checks and all that, we could see them turn it around and get that momentum that they had back.
Very true. As we see Lee here move in, get that information about the Jets' location. And now if you're aggro, your position is known. You're on that short corner. But the follow-up is just more patience here from Houston. They're holding this situation. They're holding these angles, being very, very disciplined. And Texas A&M is not keen to give up anything either. They're just taking their time, seeing what they can get. They still have over 30 seconds left to get into a site. But the action will need to begin sooner rather than later as we see the C-site push happen. It's aggro into the site first. Who else? They're not able to pick up that kill as Eric Appleson steps forward. Cleans up the fight there.
Cover going out.
Dill gets a kill there on Koi. With the Sheriff, so that's a good look there for Dill. They get their second of the round. They take out Eric Appleson. BNS gets a kill there. Akula cleaning up the other side, and it's Lee who finishes Dill off. 6-9 now. Houston able to reclaim that round. Eric, who has been very quiet over the course of this, as we mentioned, internet issues will do that to you. This time was able to help salvage a fight, and then the rest of Houston cleans up the round, and now they are up 9-6.
As I said, or it was mentioned, that that internet could really be hurting the game. Again, we're over wires and all that, so, and who knows, that snow could have really hurt the internet in Texas. I don't know. Speculation.
Oh, Lee, what a shot there to open it up here for Houston. There's Koi. Akula says, I want some, but Aggro shuts it down. Not able to let them fully pop off, but still 4-2. What an advantage here for Houston. As Eric Appleson finally getting themselves properly introduced to the CVL. Hot shooting there. I guess you could say hot shooting text about like everybody in the about everybody in this lobby right now.
One enemy remaining.
There's VNS. They shut down Aggro. Eric Appleson gets their second. Takes out Helms, and it is now 10-6.
Eric with that judge is definitely laying down the law. I like saying the pun. I just like saying it.
Fair enough. Not mad at you.
We do
the money situation. Here, it's a tough round, I think, here for A&M. They're probably basically going to be forced to save, I would assume. And you see Dill kind of flirting with that Ares, but not a lot to do in terms of weapon. The utility can be there, but you've got another round or so that you can kind of let go if you're A&M before you need to really start heavily investing every time. So they're going to try to do this here into the A site on the back of Aggro's Blade Storm. They are in, but it's Koi who gets Dill. It's Koi who finds Jim Jones, and Lee, the back of Aggro's head.
We got Eric going into the corner. It is there in the corner, just not getting the kill.
Yeah, they got a little closer. That was actually pretty nerve-wracking. That definitely could have went the wrong way for them, but fortunately for them, Elms didn't know anybody was there. Damn, who did get a kill earlier this round. We'll need to find a lot more if they want to get anything going. They'll be smoked off here, and now that's yeah, you're not gonna survive if you step through that smoke. And BNS is like, hey guys, hey, I like what I see in the smoke. Make it hot. You know the Texans like it hot, and now it is all up to Helms to figure out what exactly they're supposed to do with this terrible situation.
"30 seconds left."
They get now to hunting. Koi gets their third kill of the round. They shut down Helms. It is 11-6 here for Houston. Now the situation is at its most dire. Now, if you're Texas A&M, you need to strongly consider throwing everything against the wall. You see the weapons getting bought, whether it's a Vandal or a Phantom. You need your rifle. You need all of your abilities and equipment. And you need to start clutching up here. Things look really strong for the Cougars.
Here. This goes here. Yes, this should do.
Joke's over.
We do see the defending setting up. Aggro does goes and gets the kill.
Oh, there's two there for Aggro. That's a great start. That's exactly what you want to see here to try to extend this. You see there the Hunter's Fury coming out here from, from A&M Sova. Eric Appleson staying patient, was able to survive it. The spike goes down. Tell you what, Eric Appleson's patience there may come up clutch here as they try to set up this retake. They're gonna clear out the site. They might have an opportunity to actually hold this off. If Eric is able to come up big, they get one. Their Hunter's Fury goes out.
Amon gets another one.
One enemy remaining.
Aggro who can clutch out the kill, and Jim Jones fan shuts down Koi on the spike. That may be it. Yeah, that'll be it for this plan here. Mon's just gonna need to get out of the way. Make sure you don't get blown up with the spike. They flirted with it.
Mon does
made it close, but that round does go the way of Texas A&M. They get themselves back into the winning books.
Yeah, it was good for Mon to go for that save. Even though he has a decent amount of money, definitely can help somebody else gets a weapon or armor or a weapon if they need it.
Yeah, money all around here for Houston is in a pretty good look, though there may be a conversation here regarding Akula, whether or not maybe we want to try to spend some extra money to equip them up, or how we're going to help them. You know they're going in with a rifle here, as you see VNS throw that smoke out. It was Aggro who opened things up last round. It won't happen this round as VNS gets the kill there. Wonderful shooting there to shut down the C-site push. And you see immediately Texas A&M having to reconsider now. Figure out where they want to go. They've moved behind Aggro a lot. It won't work this time. And now they have to figure out where to go and how to...
They haven't made a decision just yet. They're still stuck in spawn, deciding on whether to go back to A side or try to push C now that the utilities have gone down. But just like that, we do see the Omen putting up another smoke, forcing them more towards the B and A side. Looks like they are going the full rotation around to A. And they haven't committed back to A yet. Looks like we might see a B push. If we do see a B push, we will see them start to come through both sides, and it could be anyone's game at that point.
You should run. 30
Hear
seconds
the
left.
Reyna ult go off at the same time as the Killjoy ult. 25 seconds left. It looks like Texas A&M is making the choice to go for B. Sakulu trying to make things work before the Killjoy goes off. They get detained. They're going to fall without getting anything done, but it sets up space here for Koi and Mon. They each get a kill. The Cypher ult goes off. That's going to allow everybody to know, but they're working anyway. Get a kill one. Dill gets two. And it's a 1v1 between Mon and Dill here. And it's Dill who clutches it out. What a job there by Dill to salvage that round. After things were not looking very strong. After the plant, things were looking a little haphazard there. But Texas A&M, they pulled together. They figured it out on the fly without aggro. They went another round and salvage this situation. Now, if you're Houston, the momentum is starting to shift away from you. The money is not going to look great after this. And so even though you're only 2 rounds away from winning this match, there's still a lot of work to be done here, and Texas A&M is making it very hard.
We do see now, it looks like they were trying to go that A push, getting their sight. Reveal did push him back a little bit. They could go for that another B push as Akula does get that kill off Dam.
Kula has just been kind of the bellwether for Houston alongside VNS. Those two have shown up time and again. Mon gets the kill there on aggro. And so it looks like this round may be the one finally where Houston is able to set up and get themselves in a winning position as they are up 5 agents to 2. Boy, now right here in great position. But it's keeping themselves alive, taking that space. It'll be close here to approach. They sight Dill, take them out, and now the information is out. Helms is all alone.
Helms still able to get Koi, but Akula does change it around on Helms. I'm surprised he was able to get him through that flash.
Yeah, it was great shooting from Helms to get that done. Unfortunate that at that point alone, especially flash, like you said, everybody knows where you're at, and they're going to converge on you immediately. So now we are at match point here. Houston looking to finish this here and now. They don't want any drama. You know the Cougars would love to take this and get the first win of the season over their fellow Texans over at Texas A&M.
Revealing area.
See now. Dart going out, some bullet fire here. It's aggro into the B site, however, and they are in uncontested as that action goes, but it's Dill who takes out Mon there over in the hallway, opening up the B site, but the rotation comes through for Houston, and it looks like B is not actually where Texas A&M is taking this. They're sliding over to A. Akula tries to look off the flash, not able to, as Dill gets second and then a third there on VNS. Koi gets the first kill of the round here for Houston, but they are not looking great. See there, he's gonna get taken out by the shock darts.
Fires out.
Spike planted.
You got Eric.
Eric Appleson, it was them all alone when we got that timeout. It's them all alone here. They get nothing done. 9-12 now. Texas A&M edging closer and closer to setting up overtime as they force the reset from Houston, who money-wise will be fine, right? Houston's not going to have much of an issue loading up here, although if you're VNS and Koi, actually with Mon as well, things are a little hairy, but we see the double operator purchase. Well, this is a bold move now, Bent. And it looks like Houston is just investing in trying to end this right here and right now. The double operator setup, and they are positioned on C. If that's where the push goes, this may be a short round. And the last match we see tonight.
As we do see Dill already going in from the short side. Dill taking out Akula, which had one of the operators.
What a job there. Dill gets through, takes out the operator, and they can just leave it there and rotate around now, right? You don't even need to push into it. But there's aggro getting the kill on Koi, and now this double op setup has completely fallen apart for Houston as they have to reconfigure their defense on the fly, and Texas A&M looking like they may want to push into the B site.
Could be a... We'll have to see what happens. It looks like they are, instead of going through the B site, they are going to go to that A site. We do see... We don't have any ultimates. The ultimates that we do have are on the side of Houston. The players are down. You see the Killjoy ult. That Killjoy ult could push them back off the spike for this round if they do decide to use it. But they have to use it at the right time.
Yeah, you got to make sure you leave basically no time for them, as we see Jim Jones fans set up there. If Damn gets two more, you won't need the Killjoy ult if Damn keeps popping off like that. And there it is, the third kill of the round for Damn. And Texas A&M is going to win this round, beat the double op setup, and maybe queue up overtime? It's in play now at this point. It's another match point for Houston, but this is going to be an eco round. So while we've seen stranger things, it's looking like the only 11 is going to be on the scorecard for Texas A&M at the end of this round.
Ready.
Nothing for the Stranger Thing reference. That's fine. It's cool. It's okay.
Hey, sorry, I was in the middle of a yawn on that one.
No, it's fine.
It was good though.
It's just the Indiana. It's just the Hoosier Indiana. So I have to make a reference to Indiana if I can.
Yes.
Well, now we see again. This is an eco round here. If you're Houston, so not much is expected out of them. But you are on match point. You had 12-8, and now it's 10-12, and you are not expected to win a round. This is when things start to get very, very hairy.
Not saying that they couldn't win. It's just they have to play very methodical and smart and make sure they're on their strategies, make sure they're on their points. They're gonna have to pick up weapons off those who they kill.
It's smart here from A&M. Remember, they had a couple of thrifty rounds as well when they were on the defending side, so they know well how an eco advantage can fall apart. There's aggro taking the long angle, and they take out Mon here to open up the C site. The gun work coming out. Damn gets the kill there on VNS with the operator. And the spike goes down here. The C side is now basically shut down. It's going to be really hard to overcome. You got an operator staring down basically the whole of C. It's going to be very hard for anybody to find an angle to get something done against that. There's a cooler trying to get something done.
All right. Aggro was just, he was done with it.
Yeah, there it is. Aggro punishing Akula for trying to push through the smoke and get something going. Nothing there. And now the last match point available here for Houston. If they are not able to win this, they have the full buy. But if they're not able to win this round, we go into overtime and they will have squandered a massive lead. We've seen a few leads here tonight. The biggest one being, Georgia Tech was up 7-1 against Dominguez Hills in our first match of the evening. That one eventually went even at 8, but it was 13-8 Georgia Tech, as they were able to clutch up. If Houston isn't able to do the same, we'll get our first overtime match of the night. As we see Damn, they're missing their first shot, but they get the second, and there's Akula falling. And no response here, although Foy would love to be able to push up and get something going here, but they're not. Yeah, there's the running back. Oh, it's gone.
And running back, at least he's still alive. That's the important part.
It is. See right now, the setup on the B side, it looks so good here. But the Killjoy ultimate will just like that, the Killjoy ultimate will completely turn this around and basically force. Yeah, and now you get the word out here, if you're Eric and Mon, that you're gonna have to scramble out of this very quickly. As you see there, they retreat. They have no choice but to give up that space.
And what sucks is that Eric does not have his Hunter's Shear to be able to take that out and keep that space.
Cage triggered.
Oh no, nothing there from Manu is on the Sova there. They're not ready to respond to it. They knew that it got set up there, but they didn't know the force either, so they had to peek. But all that said, despite that, it's Aggro who gets into the back. They get it. How did they get the kill on VNS? Swap to the pistol, got another one before Mon was able to rotate. And Mon gets a second on Dill. Oh my goodness. They're going to keep shooting on that site. It's so low. Again, the plant is coming through, but the time is running out. I don't think Texas A&M will be able to get it. Number 2. Oh my goodness. The last second plant. And it's Mon now who has to salvage this and prevent overtime. They get shocked out of their drone. They get caught with the arrow out, but they don't fall. It's Jim Jones fan who salvages it, and we're going to overtime. Oh my goodness.
Switching sides.
Seconds.
Overtime.
Milliseconds. Pixels. Frames. Before it was all over for Texas A&M, but they find the plant. They get the holes, and now we are into overtime here. What a comeback for Texas A&M, and Houston is reeling. They were so close so many times, and now it's all even. As we will swap back and forth between attacking and defending teams until one of them is able to win and go up by 2.
And Houston having that lead, like we said before, and just like that, Texas A&M does change it around. And it looked so good for Houston in that last round, being down to the milliseconds, to the frames even, is still getting that spike down, change the game.
Cover going out.
Well, now you know the momentum is all on the side of Texas A&M. You know that they've got to be feeling that adrenaline rush, but they've still got to execute. Excuse me, this is the first time Houston has been on attack in a long time, and maybe, like you mentioned, that's their calling. That's the side they want to be on.
Planted the spike.
You see the plan here. Akula there responding. They had been quiet in the second half. They get 2 before Aggro is able to punish them. But it's a good 2 kills to get, and the spike is down. Now you need Koi to step up. There it is. 1. Aggro falls. Even as Damn is going to try to make this awkward. Yeah, it's going to be hard to walk around that corner. There's an unfriendly Phoenix on the other side of that flame wall. Damn, I don't know if you want it. Oh, you got stuck. Let me not speak for him. Oh my goodness.
He got stuck in that flame wall though. He's really low in health. He's a sneeze away from dying. But Dan takes out Koi. He does not care that he's close to being dead.
Well, there you go. Mon gets 2 more. And once again, it's match point here.
Switching sides. Match point.
Match point again for Houston.
Let's see if they can pull this off. Is now, as you said, we are in overtime. Each team does get the ability to full buy, unless you spend all your money on an operator. And we are switching sides. We do see that Houston is really strong on the attacking side. It's just now in this defense side. Will they be able to hold their own for this last point?
It's the question. Now we get closer and closer to finding the answer. As Jim Jones fan. Gotta love it. Anyway, You hear the pot shots out here. Nothing heavily committed here. But it's Mon who opens up the kill, and that is on aggro. That's a big opening kill there for Houston. Aggro has been very crucial to this Texas A&M comeback. They will have to get this done without the services of one of their best fraggers. We'll need someone else to step up. Right again here as A&M was able to win a round not dissimilar from this one. If you recall back in the second half, they lost aggro to begin with, took their time, and eventually found their way into the B site, and they did win that round. So we may be seeing a similar situation here from Texas A&M.
I'm not sure what Koi is doing. Just looking up at the sky, looking at the dead tree, just admiring the beauty of it, I guess.
Thinking about how it goes, you know. We live, we die, we respawn, we die again. Oh, there's VNS getting the turn there, revenging Koi, who was caught unawares by Jim Jones fan. Damn, gets the shot there on Appleton. But VNS with the clutch shot there, they're gonna need one more. They get two.
4K, a 4K, so close to an ace, but goodness gracious, what a great way to end the night. Going into OT, winning the last two for yourself and your team.
VNS carries the last round there for Houston. You see there the kill feed. VNS, the top fragger on the night, 23 kills, only 16 deaths. Mon as well coming online, looking extremely good. It was a back and forth affair. Texas A&M, but a massive comeback to get that into overtime. But it was too little, too late, as they come up just a bit shy. And Houston was able to win the first game. But I got to tell you what, I cannot wait to see these two teams line up and play again. I have a feeling the Texas rivalry is going to be pretty deep this season, as these are not the only two teams representing those universities in the CVL this season. So
I'm ready to see, especially these more bloodshed. It was amazing seeing Houston and amazing seeing Texas A&M definitely go at it, and we'll have to see how they play against other teams having both this really aggressive approach to this game, and I'd love to see it against those who are really heavily defensive and see how they clash.
Absolutely. Well, on behalf of the OG Bent, I'm Eli Curry. We want to thank you all for tuning in to this evening's edition of the Collegiate Valorant League presented by the Gamers EDU. Once again, we want to thank our wonderful sponsors, HyperX, as well as Virtual Motion, MSI, CEV, CSUEA, as well as AIM Labs and Radiant.gg. So sorry about that. Please know we are going to be live once again, same time tomorrow evening for our Diamond League matches. It will be Bent and I on the call again, as well as the wonderful Queen V doing the hosting duties. It's been a long evening. We want to appreciate everybody who came in and watched matches, got hype in the chat with us. Anything you want to say, Bent, before we head out for the evening?
Well, I do have to. It's not me. I won't be here tomorrow. It's Ashcon. Come on, they wanted me for Saturdays. They wanted me to do the Saturday one, so
I had to be wrong just one last time, Ben. You know,
I'm just making sure you know, so you don't get your hopes hyped up, don't get the chat hyped up that I'm coming back. So I'll be there Saturday.
Saturday for Ben. I am sorry about that, but yeah, it's gonna be really exciting, and we hope to see you all return, regardless of who's commentating. We appreciate you tuning in here for the Collegiate Valorant League. We will see you tomorrow.